Live from deep within the hot dog hole. This is the Way of the Future podcast. This week we will be discussing It's Always Sunny, Season 11, Episodes 5 and 6, Adventure Bros new season, Season 6, Episodes 1 and 2, The X-Files Season 10, Episodes 3 and 4, and American Crime Season 2, Episodes 5 and 6.
Woo!
It is a lot. It is a lot of stuff. We'll just jump into It's Always Sunny. Episode 5 was them moving to the suburbs.
That was a funny one, actually.
Yeah, I liked it.
I really liked it too.
Actually, I think both of these episodes
They're better than any of the other ones.
well, they were the
Yeah,
most
man.
original. Also,
Yeah.
like we've been bitching
Yeah.
about kind of like everything being a retread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The closest to retread was in the second one, and that's just because they played on a few themes, like the toe
Frank
knife.
stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
life
but
was
it was
in
supposed
it.
to be a day in his life. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know he's got something that they might have to cut off.
Yeah.
He's got a medical issue. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's like
that's
a brain
right.
tumor.
I think it's just toe.
Well, they said cut off, so that would mean like.
Well, they said if he didn't come in, they wouldn't have caught it in time. But they said something like the disease hadn't gone far enough yet that they were able to treat it.
Yeah, but we might have
still.
to cut it off.
I didn't hear that.
I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
that's
they
exactly
said
what I
they're
heard.
gonna cut it off, and I was thinking maybe testicles, but
I think it's his toe.
Yeah, from the toe knife.
Did you see his toe when he was cutting into it? It was
that's
all
what his
green.
toe always looks like.
It was just like
It looks like a diabetes toe.
What is it? His Instagram?
Trollfoot.
Yeah, troll foot.
Is that on his Instagram though?
No, it's Twitter. He
Yeah.
might have an Instagram now. I don't know.
He's hip with the times.
He's gonna.
I think he
die
just likes
soon,
putting out
I
crazy
know.
shit.
Yeah, he's a big fan of being a public weirdo. But the suburbs episode, Dennis losing his shit in the best possible way, like usual.
That's like how I feel like living here in San Jose.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
It's definitely how I feel while driving. I mean, it's not the same complaints he's having, but that fucking screaming frustration. Like, God, I feel like everybody around me is a fucking idiot when I'm driving.
That's how my dad drives.
Well, yeah, but okay, here's the
calling
question.
everybody fat
Does your
cow.
dad speed, though?
Oh, fuck yeah, he does.
Okay, see, that's what I fucking hate. Is
Get
people who
more!
bitch, on the freeway,
Yeah.
but they're speeders.
He'll
It's
road
like,
rage him.
yeah, no, it's like, if you fucking don't obey
get
the
arrested.
rules of the road, like, why do you expect anybody else to? See, I'm the other way around. Like, I follow the speed limit, and fucking people are driving, like, crazy dangerously around me. And so, like, it's me fucking basically getting mad, because these people are risking my life and theirs and other people's
Well, the rule
lives
on the
just to be
freeways-
fucking... To get ahead by 1 to 2 seconds, you know,
The rule of the
every light.
freeway is what you go with the motion of traffic and you don't follow the law.
No, the rule of the freeway is the same exact rule as, the first rule at least is the same exact rule that all roads have, and it's 5 miles above the speed limit is what you're actually supposed to go. Now, nobody fucking obeys that, and so there's the secondary rule where it's like you have to
Follow
keep up with
the
the flow,
yeah.
or else you're gonna fucking basically cause a crazy fucking pileup. But the way it should be, and the way it used to be when fucking cops used to actually pull people over,
Yeah.
was 5 miles over the fucking speed limit. Now, I don't know where the fucking police officers have gone.
I go 20 over. I go like 80.
Jesus. That's not even, that's 15, but still, like, it's
Most
65.
traffic does go that fast.
I go 80, 85.
You should be going 70. And fuck you for going faster than that. Sorry.
The
That's
road's empty.
okay. If the
Maybe
road's
the
empty,
problem.
that's one thing. If you're fucking swerving around people, then,
I'm not fucking with people. I'm on the commuter lane.
dude, you see people anymore fucking going like 80 miles, 85 miles an hour, and fucking like cutting, like weaving in and out of like pretty
Yeah,
hard pressed traffic
I don't
sometimes,
like
and
that.
it's crazy.
Sometimes I purposefully box them in so
Yeah.
they're stuck behind
yeah,
me.
same.
So don't cause an accident in front of you?
Yes.
Dude, you don't know how satisfying that would be to watch one of those motherfuckers just fucking fly off the road.
Yeah, until
Like,
their
you
car
s-
comes back and hits you.
Yeah.
I want to see like a fucking Hollywood movie shit though thing where I see the car like go over the edge and like a half a second later just a huge fucking flaming.
just look
So
up.
that's like the
explosion.
time. That's like the time I saw
Yes.
a Camaro.
I want to see that.
Well,
Yeah.
we can look it up later. We can just look up road rage videos where
Yeah.
people, like, it's like Instacarma
That was
videos
insane
where the
when I
people
saw
are
it.
fuck yeah, and then they crash their car. And
Well,
anyway.
I want to see that in real
That's-
life.
that's-
like, right after. To everybody that fucks me.
That episode was really good. I really liked that one.
Yeah.
I felt bad for the dog.
I didn't.
I did, if
like
only
dogs?
because, like, okay.
No, I do like dogs. I just was really happy that like Mac used the dog's dead body to get Dennis. To
Okay,
eat.
did the dog just die from not...
Being fed.
He never was fed.
Okay, because, like, I started getting a weird feeling, like, the way he was
Dennis
laughing
might have
about it.
killed him.
No, the Mac killed him.
That's what I meant.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
he killed him
technically Mac
because-
did.
No,
Yeah,
but I
he-
mean, like, with the knife. He got the idea in his head. He's, like...
He
when
might
was
not have
weak.
fed him on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they ate him.
Yeah.
He was
Also-
in the chili Mac.
Also, was that guy ever real? The neighbor? Wally?
He was because Mac saw him.
Did
Yeah.
He talked about it
Yeah.
at first.
he? Okay.
Because remember at first he was like,
Oh,
what
yeah,
the
yeah,
fuck is
you're
that,
right,
man?
you're right.
I'm coming over here. I don't know if he's got a knife or what. I'm going to take him down.
He potentially could have not been real, though, every
Yeah.
other time after that, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely he wasn't real after that.
And what was he doing? He was going to fucking eat at Applebee's all day?
Yeah, he
Was it?
wasn't going
Yeah.
to work.
Sleeping in the car, too.
Couldn't make it to work.
Then that
Couldn't
question's
deal
like,
with it.
why is he even going on the freeway?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Go to the Applebee's near your fucking house.
Yeah,
They have
or
them in
just
the suburbs.
drive around the corner and go to sleep.
He was probably driving to the Applebee's in Philly that he knows.
Yeah.
I was
where he
gonna say
lives.
these guys are really fucking idiosyncratic. Especially Dennis. He has tastes, you know.
We still didn't get an answer if those were garbage bags or their stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. But
There was
that
just-
room with all
I
the
thought-
fucking.
Oh well, they had all those air
fresheners.
fresheners on the ceiling.
It
so
could have
I-
also. It could have also been the laundry room, and it was their dirty laundry.
Yeah.
maybe.
But there was
Which is
another. There was
technically their
another
stuff.
room later on.
Yeah,
that
that's
had
true.
like another room later on had those bags.
Yeah,
Did
they
it?
had, they had even more air
They were
fresheners
Yeah.
they
in the
were
house.
Yeah.
starting to get more spread out throughout the house, like as
That's why I
time
think they're
went
trash
on.
Their
bags.
TV
They're not
like
What were they
disappeared at
throwing
some
out?
point. Yeah, no.
Paper plates with chili Mac on them.
No, because they were
They
using
were real
dishes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he threw
He
one.
threw
at
one
one
and it
point
broke on the
and
ground.
Exploded.
Mac's famous mac and cheese.
Yeah. It's not even really that hard to make real mac and cheese, and the motherfucker was still like not.
Well, because
doing
he
it.
didn't lie about it at first. He was a joke, and then he's all like he thought Dennis liked it.
Honestly, I
So,
thought it was eggs at first.
He looked like eggs.
Yeah, I thought they were eating eggs every day.
I'm super afraid that something really, really gay is going to happen between them. Like,
Well, Frank already knows that he's fucking weird.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
You
Touched
creep.
me.
You
We were on
creep.
this one. We'll freak out if he touches me.
The Frank episode
touch
was
me.
really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
The Frank
Yeah.
episode was really good. That was my favorite out of
Couldn't even
probably.
remember Dennis's name.
Yeah.
I can't remember
It's his
his
son for like a majority
Yeah.
of like
For like 30
half of
years.
his life. Yeah. Good lord. What else? They were selling Russian hats. I have no idea what the fuck that was.
Not even
about.
selling. They were
They
just
were
like they have
wearing
this
them.
new scheme with Russian hats.
They
But
wouldn't
and he's
get
like,
it.
"What's that
Nobody
about?" He's
would
like,
get it.
"I don't even know." There was no explanation for that.
Well, no, they just said that you wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
You had to be,
You had to
there
be
from the
there.
start or
Yeah.
something like that.
It's just an easy way for them to not have to write another plot line.
Yeah.
I liked everything with the Frank episode aside from the dubstep soundtrack.
Yeah.
I really
That was
liked.
the only part. I loved it when he tried to pay for the booze with the hot dogs.
I really liked seeing Bill Ponderosa again, and how he tried to kill himself again, which is great.
Dude, he was molesting children, right? Or being.
Tried to pick up someone who was under 18.
I thought he said he was getting a handy.
I don't know.
I didn't hear that, but
I
maybe.
bet
think
he
it was
was
his
that.
honor.
Either way was awesome.
Something,
Oh,
yeah.
Pondy.
You have too much to live for. us.
Yeah.
Like, she looked 18 to me.
Yeah.
Pondy's so cool.
He is.
Whoa.
And then you got Tex with boobs.
Want
Yeah.
aspirin?
Winky boob.
You said like old boobs because you're an old guy or some shit
Something
like
like
that. Yeah. It didn't make any sense.
I wonder what, like, they were. It's just them doing something every day, huh? Like, when he was like, oh, we got plans for tomorrow, too.
Yeah. It was just basically that's like what I said earlier. I was like, that's Frank's understanding of every plan they've ever had.
Yeah.
He never quite understands really what's going on. He just goes with it.
What was that fucking shit that they were playing at night?
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawlers?
I don't remember it.
It's where they go around and pretend to be worms.
Worms?
Nightcrawlers.
They
But then Charlie started talking about magic.
They presented.
Well, that's-
What is this?
I think that's part of Nightcrawler.
It is.
They,
But,
the magic turns them into the Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
Or
remember
just
it.
nighttime
It's
is
the
magic.
It was
you know?
it was in the episode where they wanted to do the,
It was the intervention.
intervention for Frank, and
Yeah.
Charlie's
Because he
all
was-
like, "Why don't we ever play Nightcrawlers anymore?"
Nightcrawlers, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
It was
it
like-
was they didn't really want to help him though. It was because he was just being too weird.
Yeah.
Because he was like drinking fucking box wine everywhere out of soda cans, and he was trying to sleep with
Isn't that
fucking.
where he's like?
He was trying to sleep with his like brother's fucking wife.
I thought
or
that
some
was the
shit.
episode where his brother died.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
but
he was
that's
trying
not
to
the
sleep
intervention
with-
episode.
Yeah.
So that was the
different.
episode with Gail the snail.
Yeah.
So many episodes.
Oh wait.
I don't
Are you
think
sure
those
that
are the same
isn't?
episode.
Anyways,
I'm pretty sure it
I
is
thought
because
that
they start drinking out of the fucking soda can.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, because no, they call him up and they're like, "Where's the fire?" And he comes in with the gun.
Yeah.
yeah.
Little bit of trivia. The Manson family also used to play night crawlers. They would sneak into people's homes at night and crawl around on the floor and steal things and eat their food and stuff and then leave.
Is that what that is mentioning to?
I
Probably.
think so,
I
but
don't think-
they haven't
Really?
ever really confirmed that, but I know that from reading Helter Skelter.
You know, there's
so-
like been like accounts of like fucking people waking up and like their shit being messed with
Yeah.
and food on the counter. I have the feeling that that's something that people have been doing
for a
since the
long
beginning
time.
of people.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, like it's just they just
Some
wander
people,
into
I
people's
think,
houses.
just get off on breaking into other
That's
people's
like
Yeah.
one of my number one fears is that like one night I'm gonna like come downstairs to get like a glass of water or something, and that there's
crawl
just
over the
gonna be
floor.
some weirdo that's like fucking like
I'd wake
horrible
up.
looking that like is just eating the food in the fridge, and like I catch them and I don't know what to do, like, and then they attack me and I probably die.
Well, you met Greg before,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
That would be awful.
If Greg was eating my food in the middle of the
we would
night
know
without
because
being
we wouldn't
invited,
have
he would
any
get
cheese
beaten.
sticks.
Ian
That
would
would
kill
be
him.
that would
Our
be
cheese
a
sticks
breaking
would be
point.
gone. We
Yeah,
would
he'd be like, where's the
know.
damn cheese sticks? I know where
I'd
they are.
stab
Yeah.
I love
someone
Greg,
if
but
they
I would
broke
beat
in
the
here.
shit out of him. God.
I don't know how you guys feel about this. This is gonna sound weird, but I kind of wish I had a Charlie Day to live with in my house. With
Yeah.
Dude, I was the opposite actually. Like I thought that while like the very closing scene, right?
I thought it was kind of gay.
Well, no,
I thought
was-
they were gonna fuck each other
It
because they
was-
were like about to hug and stuff.
I thought they were gonna
Nightcraw-
snuggle.
For a second, I thought Nightcrawlers was when they like rub up against each other at night.
No, I knew what Nightcrawlers was, and I understood the extent of their relationship. Like, what I mean is that, like, I'd seen all this shit happening before in other episodes, but in this one, like, it was just so much more different first person. Like,
Because
from,
it was,
from
it was
his eyes.
personal.
I
Well,
think he
no,
loves-
he was
he
like-
loves, Charlie.
Yeah.
I think
he's
he's
basically
his son.
Yeah, they alluded to that.
Like-
that's his real son.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then
Do you
and there
remember
was,
when they faked their deaths?
Yeah, there's one episode Frank was humping the fake Charlie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, did I see you fuck that thing?
He's
Like,
all-
it was like a mannequin Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wearing his shirt. Like, yeah, it was fucked up.
I don't remember. I watched all of them on Netflix.
That's a good episode actually, because Mac like accidentally crashes a car right into a wall, and it like fucks with his head, and so he gets these things from a pawn shop called snappers, which I think have methamphetamines in them, and like that he's got a
Keeps him
concussion
straight.
obviously, but those keep him like straight.
Yeah, and he's
So,
he's
yeah.
wearing a wedding dress the whole time after that.
Are you
too.
talking about the over-the-counter pills that you can buy?
No, this is not.
It was like party poppers.
yeah, they
Oh,
bought
okay.
they bought fucking
They're like trucker
party
pills.
drugs, and, and fucking
Yellow
a hand
Jackets.
grenade.
That's what I'm talking
from a
about.
pawn
They're
shop.
over the counter.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
buy them like
But I
in
mean,
convenience
they
stores.
used
And
to
they
be
pulled
like
out Charlie's
amphetamines.
teeth too and put them, and they just kept coming out. Because
And he's like, they just keep coming out.
He's like,
I'm
"Here's another
not
one."
even trying to pull them
I
out.
think I remember that. It's gross.
Yeah, it was bad.
Sorry about my sick
You don't want a
noises.
Charlie Day?
Um,
You don't want a Charlie Day to be like
no,
your companion?
I'm not saying that, but
He
I'm just
basically
I'm
has
just saying
one.
that it was just the weirdness of it like had a little more gravity in this episode for me, just
Oh.
because
It's kinda
I
like
got
having
to
a
see what,
Pikachu, you know?
but it was just so close on that fucking sofa bed. It was just really close.
Well, they sleep next to each
yeah,
other,
but
man.
face to face, like man, like
I imagine when,
Maybe
when
I
it's
wouldn't-
cold, they hug each other at night.
I think they do.
That's how the poops roll.
I was
It's
gonna
not
say they
no
talked
one-
about this
It
in the
isn't,
poop
but
episode,
I'm-
like how they sleep.
and
Yeah.
him always smell
Yeah.
like cheese. Like it's
Who
just,
pooped? Frank pooped.
Everybody
It was me.
pooped.
I
It was
just did
definitely
another one
Frank.
right now.
okay.
It's in a fridge. It's always sunny. These
yeah.
are both good episodes, and
Yeah.
they were better than the first 3 or whatever it was.
I think we're only like halfway through the season too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last season was really short.
How many was it?
It was like 8 episodes.
Oh, never mind. Then we might be 3/4 of the way
Halfway.
done.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? Yeah. Still, it's
That's
good.
that's like the X Files.
I haven't really seen.
Yeah.
No, X Files is even worse.
It's almost
We'll
over.
Two
We'll get
episodes.
into that.
Got 2
but-
episodes left.
Unless you want to just jump into X Files.
Fucking why not?
Fucking yeah. Okay. The first episode was that one with the reptile guy.
Where it's not.
He's a wereman.
He's a wereman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which I thought was a really, like,
the
kind of
security
fun
guard.
concept.
Yeah.
I thought the security guard was gonna be a monster too, but he was just a dude. Like, but I really liked how he basically was able to fit in normal society just because he was able to BS.
Well, he didn't even know some of the stuff. He's like, I just say things sometimes and it works. Like,
Yeah.
And then he was like, I just felt this compelling need to get a job.
Yeah.
And then get a dog.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
humans don't like dealing with each other.
Yeah.
It's definitely how I feel like most people like live their lives.
Yeah.
It definitely, like, other than it was a little jokier than usual, like, even though those episodes are usually jokey, but it felt almost identical to the old ones.
Yeah,
Like-
they were even out in the forest.
Yeah, and the music and stuff, and
I liked
Yeah.
it a lot though because I liked how Mulder was basically like picking apart all of his old beliefs and
Yeah.
being like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck was
Yeah.
I thinking?" And I kind of think like that is also making fun of like the old ideas that were in X
yeah, how
Files compared
ridiculous
to
they
like
were.
the crazy shit that like goes around the internet conspiracy theory wise now.
That's what I was gonna say. Is you can kind of like link that to like how people were when they were younger and the things that you believe when you're younger, when you have maybe a little bit more imagination or you're just a little bit more naive.
If you take it one step further, though, also, it like the story of this one, the plot of that one, also shows you that reality, even though it could be weirder and crazier, also might be more stupid.
Yeah.
Than the stupid shit.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes in the old episodes, he would just come up with this crazy shit that would turn out to not be true. Like,
Yeah, like he talks about like the Chupacabra a lot, like
Yeah.
in the old episodes.
Yeah.
Even though Chupacabra is probably real, to be honest.
something's
like,
doing it.
yeah, but no, this was just so random. Like this creature that hibernates for 10,000 years.
7,000 or something. Yeah.
I think it was 10.
It was 10, I think.
And fucking
I like how the effects, like the special effects they used in it, were like old school ones.
yeah, totally.
Like it looked almost identical to what it would have if they made that episode back then.
I kind of felt like I was trying to make sense, like, okay, so this is one of the one-offs, but there has to be something in it that kind of like works for the character's development for what he is now. And I kind of felt like this whole time we've been watching for 10 seasons, he's always been alone in what his beliefs were, and the only other people that believed it was other humans that were being like, believe, and then when he talks to the monster thing, it could have been an alien, it could be a monster, whatever it is. He tells tells him like, you don't understand.
What if
blah,
it's
blah,
a-
blah.
what if it's a
he's
mon-
like, you don't believe.
what
And
if
he's
it's
like,
a
I want-
dinosaur?
But yeah, it could be. But he's like, I want to
Yeah.
believe, right? And then the alien thing looks at him and tells him like, you don't know how happy I am that you were doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
He
feel like
finally-
he needed to hear it from the other side.
He also finally got like 100% confirmation
Confirmation.
that
Yeah.
there's other things out there.
Right, and that's what he needed to
Yeah.
keep like feeling like I'm actually doing something that matters.
Like he has a purpose.
He
Yeah,
finally
exactly.
saw the UFO in the poster for himself.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not a government conspiracy. It's a wereman.
I really liked all the drug humor in that episode too. I thought it was really
Oh,
funny.
at the beginning with
The
the
huffing
paint cans.
blue or whatever it was.
That dude's in a really good movie if you haven't seen it. Dale and Tucker versus Evil.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I've heard of it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, that was a good episode though. I liked it. I thought it was funny. I liked all the weirdo fucking characters in it.
Yeah.
It reminded me like the closest that the original series got to this funny wise, I think, was probably the episode.
the Cher episode.
Actually, the Cher episode
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say the vampire episode, the one where it's told from Scully and Mulder's perspective,
It's
so you
slightly
get
different.
two ridiculous
Yeah.
ass like different
Yeah.
I
fucking.
remember that one.
This one was just I can't remember why, but oh yeah, that's right, because he was just making shit up. I was like that shit where he started doing Scully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, whoa, that came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, I could see all the plastic surgery she did in that one.
Oh, I wasn't even in the room. I
Yeah.
don't think at that exact second. I just heard it.
I was like,
It's
whoa, this is
ridiculous.
too sexual. This is too close with the
Whenever they
Scully.
do stuff like that, like in the first episodes when that dude got down on his knees and almost blew Mulder,
Yeah.
and then in this one with the lizard man, I just keep remembering that both of them are sex addicts.
Yeah.
And I just like it's like ugh.
That probably would have. That just would have happened. He would like Mulder would have let him go.
Yeah, like fuck
and
it.
then told him, "Sorry, your friend's dead. I need to leave."
Like he just fucking grabs the guy by the neck and he's like, turn the cameras off. Like, We're doing it live.
He just turns the
We're
light
doing
off.
it live.
But that was a good episode, I thought. And then this one was also an offshoot.
4.
This one also, episode 4 also
had a
didn't-
little bit
You
with
just had
like
the pregnancy stuff. It's
Did
always
it?
about the kid.
with
Yeah,
her
William.
thinking about William and the mom.
And the mom having a heart
Yeah,
attack and
That's
dying.
true. That's true. That
Like
did
the-
have-
like the-
I guess in a weird way, if it
The
had
X
to do with
File
William,
didn't have
then it-
anything really to do with it.
Last
but-
one was about Mulder.
Yeah.
This one's about Scully.
Yeah, basically.
And a fucking, like, they said that he was some other kind of magically made thing, but I thought he was just a fucking garbage golem. Like a...
Right? Like that
Yeah,
one
I
episode.
think it's both. I think it's
Tulpa.
both.
There was
Well,
a garbage tulpa
Yeah.
in one episode already.
But
But the
I
guy said that it would never hurt anybody
Yeah,
if
but
it was, but a golem would, because it
Yeah.
would obey
That's
the
what I said
master.
too, because when
Yeah.
they showed it made out of clay, like
Yeah.
that. But that only would have been if that clay form came alive.
yeah.
It was more like that clay form was like an idol of it.
Yeah,
And
that
it's
was
like,
that was the rough draft. That wasn't actually him. That was like he made like a statue of him and then like start painting him because it was the spray paint for some reason was what was bringing them to life. Like his thought mixed with the spray paint.
Was that guy...
Because remember, didn't
No,
they say the
they said
properties
it-
of the spray paint were in that Band-Aid?
No, they just said it was high end spray paint.
What that was on
That it was used to paint the stuff. The trash man used.
So what?
When they
in
looked at
that
the
one-
Band-Aid, they said they couldn't get anything off of it.
Yeah, yeah. They were
Okay,
talking
but
about
I'm
air,
thinking
yeah.
of that one part where they're looking at the computer screen, right? When it shows like the weird properties, right? And they're like, it matches this type of spray paint.
that was
Were they-
the second time they went back. That wasn't the Band-Aid they were testing. It was paint. It
Yeah.
was just straight up paint.
from
the
what?
second
Like one of the actual graffitis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't the goop.
No, it was from the actual art on the wall or
Oh.
some shit, I guess.
Yeah, the Band-Aid, he couldn't find any
or-
cells.
Okay,
Organic,
for some reason, I guess I
organic
thought that
He didn't even
the
have prints.
shit
Yeah.
they determined that the Band-Aid was made of spray paint or
and
some
it,
crap.
it also
Yeah.
had, like, telekinetic power.
Uh-huh.
Well, either way, I think those dudes like wandering around in the tunnel
Yeah.
before they found him. I think those were like his graffiti art also.
Oh, I thought
Well, he
they were
says
just, like,
that I made
poopy
those two.
chupacabras.
But they're different. They,
They
won't
don't last that long.
Yeah, exactly. They'll disappear or whatever after a while.
I think it's because what was keeping this guy going was all the homeless people believed in him.
Yeah.
None of the other forms had that.
They
Like,
didn't have a
he
following.
basically made like a god.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah,
and when he destroyed made the smiley face of it,
Mhm.
like I think that thing was acting like an antenna, kind of.
that shit was fucking gross, by the way.
The
That-
goo.
like it was really nasty.
Yeah.
The maggots and the green goo coming out. It looked like it actually kind of reminded me of the Tall Man's Blood in Phantasm,
Yeah.
where it just comes out and it looks like
I
it
just
almost
saw
smells
someone
bad.
took a bite of lemon meringue pie, chewed it up a little bit, and spit it out.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me.
It looked like what I've been seeing in my Kleenex lately because
Yeah.
I've been sick.
Gross. Big old snot.
When you're really sick,
snot
sometimes
ball.
shit like looks
I mean, my
alive.
snot is like
That comes out
bright
of you.
green right now.
Oh,
Woo.
weird.
Especially when you're also a
Yeah.
smoker and you get sick like that, dude. The shit that comes out of you is like it looks like fucking organs, like of your
It's
body.
because it's been in your
Yeah.
lungs for like
Yeah.
months.
I've had some
Yeah.
gross viruses that did that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Brown and
Yeah,
blood.
that's when you can tell. Yeah,
Mm.
it's got you have
Yummy.
an actual sickness as your mucus gets all crazy.
Yeah, that's
Once
a-
it changes color.
That's a
you know you're bad.
sign.
But we're 4 episodes into X Files though.
And it's almost over.
Yeah,
I kind of
fucking-
feel like we wasted time with one.
I mean,
I
I
first
do and I
episode-
don't because I before this shit was on, I remember thinking like I want offshoot episodes.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
half of why X Files
Wouldn't
goes.
you want it if it was 10 episodes instead of 6?
Well, see,
They
here's the
need- I
thing:
would-
is
I
I'm
would-
pretty sure that it's gonna get renewed.
Yeah.
They-
There's gonna be
there's been
more.
there's been
Renewed
rumors
also.
since the first episode came out that it
Yeah.
has been renewed, but they
Yeah.
haven't come out and actually said it.
I
yet.
know, like fucking Scully and Mulder both have said that they would like keep working.
Yeah.
So
I saw. I think I told them earlier, but I saw an interview on demand with them, and they both look even better now than they did during the filming of these.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they kept working out or something.
Oh,
well,
Like
or just-
Mulder straight up looks like 10 years younger.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he had a
dude,
different
all he had to
haircut.
do was actually seem like he gave a shit. Like it seemed
Stop-
like he
no,
was
stop.
like basically like.
Stop the booze diet.
Well, I was gonna say it just seemed like he was kind of just fucking letting go
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Well, like he at the beginning of it, he still looks better than he did in stuff before this.
yeah,
Like so I think they made him work out a little bit for it.
Yeah,
You're
but
like, he
he's
looks fat on TV.
he obviously had like a very very like downturned
Oh yeah.
like
yeah.
lifestyle for a long time. But even if these were only the only 6 episodes we're getting of X-Files, I still like that 2 were devoted to it. Like I it's just a question of like, okay, like it sounded like they were presenting this big epic thing in the first episode, right?
Yeah,
And there's been
kind of dropped off since
not that much attention like pointed at that specifically. And so I'm just wondering, like, within 2 episodes, how they're gonna do that, and the William stuff.
There's
too.
no way
Or
they're
just
gonna.
one episode.
Yeah.
There's literally no way they'll be able to wrap it all up
No.
and make it satisfactory.
This is
If
just
they-
going to be a
So
teaser.
what you think?
I think
it's-
this is a proof of
Yeah,
concept.
but even
Like,
when you know that there's gonna be a new season, they usually try to have a conclusion of some form.
they'll see
It'll be a
William.
cliffhanger.
They'll see
Yeah.
William, and then some alien thing will happen.
It'll be a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it'll be a cliffhanger, but like, I mean,
Some
even
al-
with cliffhangers, usually there's still some sort
Build
of
up?
still some sort of ending.
story
like,
arc.
Yeah, exactly. And so like,
they'll see William, and then some alien thing will happen, or some little step towards like that martial law situation they're talking about will
oh, yeah.
occur,
Huh.
and they'll be like, "This is the beginning."
Yep.
And like,
Okay.
Credits.
yeah,
They do need more episodes for the next season, though. I like
at least
that
12.
they gave them 6, and if I hope that they give them double
At least 12,
least
yeah.
because like the testing water wise, I think they got a lot of ratings too.
Yeah.
And it's like that one of the highest rated cable
Yeah.
shows ever.
Yeah, it's not
The
even
first
cable,
few
it's network.
episodes. Yeah, that's what I meant.
You mean
Oh.
just the past episodes?
The first
Yeah,
episode alone
how many
was
like the audience they got. I think the only
third
show.
episode was big.
I was gonna say pretty much everyone I know that like is into X Files at all has been watching it
Yeah, people
and like
who
religiously.
aren't, though. People who aren't even have been watching it.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, oh, it's been gone for 14 years, now it's back.
Which makes it kind of hard when you don't see it on Monday night, like when you because we missed it
Mm.
on Monday, so like I have to like kind of like shy away from like social media
Well,
or
it's
just
just like
scroll really
it's just
fast.
like when Lost was on, or
Yeah.
like when Game of Thrones comes on.
Exactly.
Like you just gotta be weary.
Eventually, you'll have enough stuff ruined for you that you'll just say.
Well, I
fuck
really
it to
don't care
social
anymore.
media.
Like, but it's like you gotta expect that.
No, I just kind of accept it for what it is, but yeah.
I just don't fucking.
I get more
click with
irritated
it.
when it's actually Fox, like that's advertising,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
doing spoilers like the day after, like right after, and it's like, dude, you didn't even give it 24 hours. Come on.
It is
Every
screwed up.
channel's
That's,
been
I was
doing
gonna
that.
say it's not just Fox. It's like any show anymore does that shit, and it's like.
I'm just using
it's-
that as an example.
Yeah, but it's just like the way marketing has gone for TV shows. It's
Yeah.
fucked up. Like it's, you can tell too. It's that they're doing it because they think, or because in actuality everybody has gotten much stupider. Because they won't even fucking pull punches. There is no mystery left in any of these stories. They'll like almost. Like I have to like ignore a lot of shit on TV anymore when I see it being
Well, it's like
advertised because I
previews
don't
for
want
movies.
shit spoiled for
How
me.
each new one, when you get closer to the movie
Yeah,
coming out,
movie
it's just
trailers-
ruining major
They're the
plot
worst.
points.
The only movie trailers I'll really watch anymore are the first ones released for any given movie because as they go on, yeah, it gets closer and closer to just telling you each and every little plot twist that happens in the fucking thing.
Yep, Batman and Superman just had their final one.
They
Yeah.
think that they're being like slightly
I kind of want to
subtle.
watch it just because I'm still not completely sold on.
Nah,
like I want
dude.
to
It's like
watch
them
it.
showing Wonder Woman.
No,
and
I just
shit.
want to see if they like come out and like show like a bald Jesse Eisenberg. I'll be
Nah,
okay.
like my whole thing on it is like
But-
no matter whether or not like they sell you on it, like we're gonna go see that movie anyway.
No, I know.
And
I
so, like, you might as well just figure out if it's going to be good or bad.
I need
in
to
the
temper
movie
my
theater.
expectations
Yeah.
because
They're
Mine
they're
are
already.
always at the extreme lowest that they can be. That way I can be
I was gonna say,
pleasantly
they're already
surprised
low.
if it's
Yeah.
good.
That's a good way to think that everything's going to be a piece of
Yeah, I
shit.
know. That's how I go into
I
my.
went,
heard-
into, I went into Star Wars that way, and
I've
I
heard
was
some
so
weird-
pleasantly surprised.
I've heard some weird theories about the Batman versus Superman marketing also, from people supposedly on the inside of it too, that a lot of it has been misleading. Like,
Yeah, no,
they did it on purpose.
One
like
section
that.
of it, they were saying like the one where Batman and Superman are in that desert.
Yeah.
That's like a dream sequence.
Yeah, I was going
or,
to say,
or
I've heard
a
that.
possible future.
I've heard that
sequence.
a lot of it actually has been certain like dream sequences or like inside of the
It's
heads of
crazy.
the bad or good
I was
guys.
watching I Am Legend the other day,
Yeah.
and he's like driving through Times Square, and there's a Batman vs Superman poster.
Yeah.
And that movie was made like 5 years
Yeah,
ago, 6
that
years
was
ago.
I was gonna say like
That
that's
was an
way
Easter
old.
egg.
Yeah, but that movie wasn't even in.
Yeah, it's the
Actually-
same logo too.
Are you
Yeah.
sure it wasn't like
No,
No,
it
it's the
was.
same logo.
It was.
Somebody at the
If I remember
No,
correctly,
it's
because
the
I'm
same
remembering. I'm
Bale
remembering
and
from.
Brandon Ruth would have been Batman and Superman in it.
No, I know, but I'm
no,
just
it wouldn't
saying,
have.
like, at
Yeah.
that
No, it wouldn't
time,
have.
it could have
It
been
would have at that time.
like worked on by somebody else.
At that time, it
Yeah.
would have been Bale and fucking Henry Cavill. Because I remember, if I remember correctly, and I could be
Man
wrong
of
on
Steel
this.
wasn't even a sight, like a glimmer in anyone's eye yet. Like
It would have been.
was.
It would have been the Christopher
looking it
Reeve
up.
guy. The one
No,
Brandon
that's
Ruth.
who you said, Brandon Ruth.
Ruth and Bale, and it was because that was gonna come out, and it was either gonna be the Justice League movie or
I Am
Batman
Legend
vs
came out in
Superman.
2007.
7, yeah. So
Ian's right. I saw it.
Man of Steel was 11.
You know what I don't
Yeah.
like? I don't like when where there's a show on a Sunday and it's a big deal, and then there's an East Coast and West Coast time difference.
Yeah,
and
so-
Facebook doesn't give a fuck,
Huh.
and they tell you what happened. Like, can you believe this happened?
yeah, people get it 2 and 3 hours early.
Yeah, like for
Yeah.
Walking Dead, for
Oh,
instance.
yeah.
But dude, that's
Like they're like, can you believe this person died?
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys would fucking continue to complain about this shit that is like innate to fucking social media. Like that shit will always exist in social media, and it's not gonna get any better. So like fucking either get used to it and
That's
stop
what I
bitching
said, I
about it.
Couldn't they
accepted
wait?
it.
Couldn't they wait?
I just hear
like,
people
another
say
3
shit like
hours
that.
or 4 hours.
Dude, they have no fucking disposition to give
They
a
don't
shit
care.
about you whatsoever.
They want to feel
And so-
special by being the first people to post
Exactly,
about
and
it.
so like that's not.
I'm not
but
talking
that's-
about the people. I'm talking about the AMC posted it
Oh,
themselves
yeah, that shit's a
because of the
different
time
level.
difference. I'm not talking about people saying it.
Okay, fair enough on that. That's just bad marketing.
Yeah, that's bad marketing.
you on
and
that.
it happens.
No,
Like,
it
they were
does
like,
happen.
Can you believe
she
this
showed,
happened?
She
Give your
showed me that
thoughts here.
shit.
And I
Didn't
was
you say like
fuck
Pretty Little
you.
Liars like ruined it for you on Facebook a few times? Like of what was gonna happen next?
No.
What was it on
Walking
Facebook?
Dead comes
that
back
fucking-
this Sunday.
I think it was Game of Thrones.
It might have been Game of Thrones, where it said like goodbye to somebody or some shit.
Yeah. And there was a Walking Dead one where it was like
The girl died. When she came out of the barn. Who comes out of the barn dead?
Oh,
It's the girl.
Sophia.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you believe Sophia's a walker now?
For
It's like she didn't marry anybody in my family.
for 5 seconds.
It's also
oh
Walking
god.
Wait, what? Oh,
Walker,
ha, ha, ha.
yeah.
Play on words.
Good one.
Child bride.
Alright, so
Yeah, I'm like, do we have anything else that... I think all the episodes of X-Files so far have been really good, though.
I would say top notch.
I didn't care for the Golem one. I just
Really?
liked the way that it had powers, like telekinetic powers.
I liked how he killed
He ripped
people.
I like how he
Shit out of
ripped the
people,
arms
yeah.
apart. When I first saw it, I was like, "Whoa!" And then I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'll keep watching." But I didn't care for the rest of it, and I don't know why.
I
I
like
kept
how
thinking
gross
this.
he was.
I kept thinking that the trash collector guy or the trash man.
Trash
I
man.
kept thinking he was Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit with a Bam Bam Bigelow tattoo on his head.
Oh, wait, which guy? The guy that did the art?
Yeah.
Oh,
trash
okay.
He looked just like Fred Durst.
He kind of talked like him.
Yeah, and,
Like the way
and then he
Fred
had a
Durst
Bam Bam Bigelow tattoo on his head, the flames.
I think
on
that
his
guy
head.
still lives at the Playboy Mansion.
They didn't even know the Playboy Mansion's
It's
being
been
sold.
Oh, really?
Yes, there's
Two Fred
sti-
Durst.
No, the stipulation is that Hugh Hefner has to live there till he dies.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He basically can't afford to keep it up anymore.
Dude, that's fucking
apparently-
creepy though. It's like
I think it was, like, last
Hugh Hefner's
month.
in the back. He's gonna die soon. I think.
I think it was like last month or something, but Playboy doesn't do nudes anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, they stopped
yeah,
the nudes.
it's just a magazine
It's
now.
Maxim now. That's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
all it
basically.
is. Like,
I don't even know if there's like pictures of girls in it.
There
anymore.
has to be.
There's a centerfold and everything. So
I
maybe
feel
it's
like
just a
they'd
clone.
lose like
Yeah.
fucking more than 50% of their
I
market.
have no idea. I just like I can't remember where I heard it or read it.
I feel like people would be
Magazines
mad that
who
they
buys them.
fucking
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah.
Comic books.
They made the whole thing online.
There really is
and
no
archived
market for
online.
it. I can't. It's got to be a dying.
You're just
market.
killing trees now.
No, I bet old people, like older
I
people.
like magazines.
50,
just for the
60 year
fucking
olds.
toilet.
I bet
but-
50, 60-year-old people still buy
Yeah, yeah.
tons of like physical porn. Because they don't want to go on the internet.
Back
They
to
put
X Files.
Okay.
Back to X
It's kind of
Files.
X-rated.
I call me sappy, but I actually liked the emotional stuff with Scully in the hospital with her
Oh, yeah.
mom. Like
That's
the-
always been part of her story arc, is her dealing with her family.
exactly,
Yeah.
and I thought it was kind of nice to see that again, and how I don't know, just like how that like it made her more human, basically.
The only
Yeah.
thing was in this episode was, and it's probably because of the lack of time for them to fit story shit like this. But yeah, like I said it when we were watching it, when that artist guy's talking about like birthing his creation, and she starts having
Thinking about
those like
the baby.
PTSD things about like giving the baby away. I was just like, dude, she should not be working right now. Her mom just died.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
fucking freaking out.
Well,
like,
she's
about this
working
shit.
so she doesn't have to work through
Well, she
what's
doesn't have to
going
think about
on.
it.
And
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, this is just
and
this is only metaphorically like mirroring your situation, and you're fucking like having a
no, it
breakdown
really
almost.
isn't. It's I think what it was trying to lead us.
Oh yeah,
to,
he had a baby.
Let me finish. I think what it was trying to lead us to was that William is her thought form.
Oh.
Well, no, that's
Maybe.
kind
Like
of that's
he's
kind of
coming
think
back
so.
to her
that's
as
the
a
way
thought
that every
form.
kind of mother would feel about their baby is
I don't
because
think
you,
so. I
you
think he's
think
real.
Like
you
that's
live
why
with
she
this.
keeps seeing his name on the phone and like keeps thinking about him and stuff. She's putting
No,
all
that's
that
her-
energy into him, and
That's
he's
her
gonna
brother.
come back to her.
That's her brother.
No,
First it said William, then it said William Jr.
no, it said
or whatever.
William, and then it turned to Mulder.
That was the second time. The
No,
first
it
time
was
in the
same-
hospital on the
there's
phone
William
when,
Jr.
when
that
he called.
and then when it started ringing later and it said William, she looked at it, and then when she picked it up and held it in her hand, it said Mulder.
That was in the hospital, and Mulder
Yeah.
was outside the door. The first time
William
was
Jr.
when
is
she
your
was.
brother, though.
I know. Well, the first time
It
she
didn't
was
change,
in
though.
the first
Yeah,
time
I'm
when
like,
she
oh,
was
I
at the
remember
crime
this
scene, it said
crybaby
her
stuff.
son's name William, and then it said William
No, I just
Jr.
remember it
her
saying
brother,
William.
I didn't see it.
and it said the
And, like, I was like,
EMTs
oh,
had
that's
found the
brother.
phone
Okay.
and that
Yeah, I
her
just
mom
remember
had had a
saying
heart
that.
attack. That's what she said.
I saw
No, that
William
was
Jr.
another
the whole
brother.
time.
Rewatch
Charlie.
it,
Oh,
because that's what
Charlie.
happened.
I mean, you can think that, but
I
I
know
don't-
that's what
I don't-
happened.
no,
Rewatch
we can
it.
think either of them. Like,
No, I know that's what happened. You just watched
I didn't
it.
even pay attention because I didn't really care. I think I was making
Like
a
they were
sandwich
hinting
during
at
that
it
part.
super hard, and then that whole part where he was talking about the thought form, she was going through that like montage of like baby shit.
To be honest, though, I
I
still
thought
don't think that makes it a thought form. If anything, that could also mean that William's just trying to contact her
Yeah.
psychically because he
Yeah.
has those powers, and we know he has those powers. That was one of the few things that they showed about him as a baby.
Yeah.
Was he was able
The only
to
thing
do
I have to
shit
say
like
to that, though, is that shit that burnt up Mulder injected him with
Yeah.
basically took his powers away.
Dude, I feel like still you're gonna find him in a bunker.
No,
somewhere.
he'll have something, but I'm just like they kind of
They'll have been experimenting
implied that
on him
they
or
took him
doing
away.
some foul
he'll
shit
have
to him
powers, but I
since
think he'll
then.
be able to like keep them under wraps.
I took that scene completely different with her having the PTSD with the baby birthing. I just kept imagining that she was going to make a little clay baby and try to will it into existence.
No, it's just
Well, that's
like
kind
if
of
you
what
hear,
she's saying,
if
right?
you hear
Like,
what
Yeah,
you're
like
saying
he's
is,
gonna
like-
come back to her
but
because of
it's
the
gonna-
energy and the
Wait.
like the thoughts that she's putting into it.
Do you think though that it's really going to be William, or do you think it's just going to be something
I
that's
don't
Scully
know.
created?
Golem baby.
I don't know.
Oh,
some
okay.
some women
'Cause I
talk
think it's
about it
gonna be
being
really
like that
William.
because like you live with this thing for 9 months and that's all like you're like growing it in your body and
Yeah.
like you're basically putting all your energy and life into it and then it becomes real.
That
when
is
it
not a
comes out.
golem.
I'm not saying it's a golem. I'm saying that
It's a flesh
but
golem.
the way he was talking about that making art is like the way some women feel about being pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah, except it makes sense when you're
Makes
pregnant
sense.
because that's literally what's happening to you.
Yeah, but-
some shit really
Well, when
is
you're-
fucking
when
growing
you're creating
inside of
something,
you.
you're creating something in your mind.
It is
you're
not
birthing
the
it
same.
from there.
It is not the same. No. No.
There is, like, in screenwriting, there definitely is a feeling that this thing is kind of, like, part of you.
Okay, you can
If
fucking
anything-
you can fucking like feel however you want, but like one is a physical thing. One is like all a synapse. It's all in your fucking head. Like just
Scully
saying
gets
like
a call from her brother.
okay, well anyway,
Brother,
Yeah.
William Jr.
but
Yeah, but first it said William.
does
the
it
first
say
time.
that there?
No, but I saw it, and you're telling me that that's not what happened.
I don't
You
give
could
that.
have
I,
after
didn't-
this.
I didn't
Fact check
see it
after.
either. I'm just saying.
We can go to it after.
Yeah, we can
I
check it
100%
It's
know what
okay.
happened the second time, but I didn't see it the first time.
Everybody knows
I saw
memory
it
is a
the
faulty
first
thing.
time.
Nobody fucking can say.
Every
I'm
week
just-
we have an argument about
Yeah.
something that happened, and if someone else has a recollection that's different, so we can just
Anyway.
check it after. It doesn't really matter.
I think it could go either way. It doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't even pay attention. Like I said, I was actually eating Mac's famous mac and cheese. So
I like how the boxes that fell out like to go off. Those were all like Kraft mac
And
and
it actually
cheese.
does say it there. It says iPhone screen fake out reading William, suggesting at first that Scully was getting a call from her son.
which is
Okay.
the second.
No, it said the first time.
Well,
Look it
either
up.
way,
Like, read
it did
I
did
can't
go
read it
from
from that far
it-
away.
either
Yeah,
either way
yeah,
it
I'm
did
trying
go
to
from
hand it to
William
you.
to
You
Mulder
were
though.
showing it
Yeah.
to me.
Let's see here.
God damn it.
I don't really feel like they have enough time to finish it off.
The only thing, like Ian said, is
If the end,
they're only going to get some payoff with William.
if the 6th episode,
They won't actually
it'll
get
be,
into the government.
It'll be
takeover
here's
shit.
a little bit, and then here's a cliffhanger, and that's
Yeah.
probably the government stuff is the cliffhanger, maybe, or the kid. But
I think it's going to be the government stuff, like Ian said. Like it's going to start.
I really thought that they were going to give their finale like an hour, and that would have been enough time to build something.
Actually,
Doesn't
they
talk
might
about the
have. We
second
might get
time.
a 2-hour finale. You never know.
Even
But
an
it
hour
says
would be
that the
fine.
first time
Well,
that
they
she,
are
she
an
got a
hour
call
already.
from her brother, and then it
It
says
is?
I
Yeah.
screened
Oh, okay,
her
so then it would be
iPhone
like, yeah,
screen
2 hours
fake
would be
out.
fine. I forgot. Everything we watch is like a half hour, except for a few things.
No,
Yeah, but
everything
this-
we watch
I
is an
mean,
hour.
My
Oh
grade,
wait.
It just doesn't
Oh,
talk
it's
about
always
the second
sunny.
part then.
I guess you're right.
Brothers.
Most of the stuff we watch though is an hour.
Yeah.
But it shortens down to 40 minutes because they're on channels with commercials.
Yeah.
But yeah, X-Files. I guess I missed the phone call shit too. But like, if somebody's writing on it, then that means it's obviously what happened.
I mean, it's definitely possible. It's just kind of mixes them both into one.
I still
statement.
think it could be William trying to psychically like.
Calls mama.
Well, yeah, that's the only way some of those.
Well, I
dreams
thought of
make
it more
sense
as
to.
at least the second one, where it's William and then Mulder. It's because they're father and son, and so it's connected that way.
I think the dreams though kind of like suggest that William is like. He's contacting them in their minds.
If it wasn't
you know?
any of that, I still think it's it's just Scully and Mulder even.
Having crazy PTSD from.
Well,
getting that kid away.
they've been thinking about him for the last 14 years, regardless.
They can't
If-
help but think about it when they
Yeah.
see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I
they
don't
can't
know.
everything bad.
I don't know what to say though, other than like. I mean, they could, but X-Files doesn't generally seem to devote that much attention to something that doesn't have an actual like plot meaning.
I think they're giving it meaning.
What if William has something to do with like the New World Order shit?
He
Oh,
does
no, what I-
specifically is perfect.
Yeah, no,
hybrid.
I'm saying though that like that means something. It's not just them both stressing about it. It's gonna build up into something, is what I mean. Like there will be a climax of the William shit. Like I said, I think they're gonna find him and he's gonna come back.
It's gonna
or
be
something.
like either they find him like that or something to do with the New World Order stuff where they're rounding up like
I think
people
like that.
who are
What was it, the second episode where no it was the second
Scavo was
episode.
doing the
Well, no, where
experiments.
Scavo was doing experiments on like
he
kids.
wasn't really the government though.
No, but I'm just
Right.
saying, like, I think that was foreshadowing how that kid was a little kid that was, like, fucking with people's heads. Or it was fucking with the mom's
He
head.
was like
when
18, wasn't he?
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. Is like, he was fucking with the mom's head as a baby. Like, in her womb, remember? It was like,
Yeah.
she could hear him. That
Oh,
weird
yeah, yeah,
noise.
yeah.
And then, flash
Both of
forward
them.
18 years later.
Both of them though, because they were twins.
Yeah, but flash forward 18 years later, and the kid's all grown up, and he's come back.
Mm.
Like, I think that's, like, a foreshadowing of what's going to happen with William.
By the way, like hearing Charlie's voice.
Charlie Day.
No,
No,
Charlie,
her brother. Remember he
Scully's
was-
brother,
He was talking to,
the
Oh,
mom
yeah.
on the phone.
yeah.
That's the first time he's ever really like been on the show.
yeah,
He's
they
only been,
talk
like-
about him every once in a while.
Yeah, he's basically like a
I
Maris
thought that there was
for X Files.
Her other brother, William Jr.,
William Jr.
was in it quite a bit.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of that one episode of the Thanksgiving at Scully's house, where the whole family was there. Charlie wasn't there.
I don't
But
think
Charlie's
so.
never been shown in the TV show.
Yeah,
so
like
I
I don't
talked
remember
about.
ever him
Well-
being shown.
Now he's got a voice.
And then Scully has two sisters, and one of them's dead.
She only has one sister, Melissa.
Maybe that other lady was an aunt.
Maybe.
They changed her. They talk. Her family's really fucking big. All right, Venture Bros, season 6. We'll just talk about all season 6. What's your favorite part so far?
I liked the Gargantua 2 episode.
The special.
Yeah, the special, but I also feel like the opener for this season was a lot better than the hour-long opener from last season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the opener in this season better than most of actually the openers that I've seen.
You didn't like season 2's opener when
Is that
Rusty
the one with
is-
Jonas?
No, it's the music video. It's the one where Rusty runs away from his problems because the kids are dead.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
He's dances like
That's
Raven and shit.
That's just the intro. Yeah, he ends up in Mexico and shit.
Yeah.
That's just the intro though. That's
Yeah,
amazing intro though. But I can't remember what happened.
They
in the
got
rest of-
they were trying really hard to be able to get that song for the intro, and they had to fight corporate to get it. And like in the commentary, when you play the
in
commentary
6 or in
on
2?
2,
Oh.
and when you play the commentary for that episode, the beginning is the phone calls that they were receiving from Cartoon Network saying that they couldn't do it and that they weren't going to let them do it.
But they did.
And then
music is
the,
right
the
behind
song's
it.
on there, yeah.
Um,
They say why they didn't want it? Or it was just
They said that
too
they didn't want to
expensive?
pay. Yeah. They didn't want to pay for that.
there was a funny Rusty Venture song in this one actually. Like when he was going and spending all sorts of money and stuff.
Oh, yeah. You had their back or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
The New York one.
Fucking Hank was dressed up like Justin Bieber. I don't
Yeah.
know if I was like a huge fan of where Hank's going with all this shit.
Now he's Dean. Now he's what's his face? James Dean.
Yeah, yeah. When he had the jacket at the end, like, it was like a
James
racing
Dean's
jacket and stuff. Jacket.
I didn't realize that was James Dean wore a jacket like that.
It was a
He wore it
black one.
in a movie.
Oh,
It was a
okay,
leather
okay.
one.
Because I'm
Yeah.
like, that one looked like a
It's
fucking...
just Venture colors though. James
Yeah,
Dean.
I didn't even think of it as
It was
a James
black,
Dean thing.
Yep.
You still got the hair, but
Streetcar Called Desire.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Streetcar
remember.
named Desire.
That's probably where the white jacket came from.
Was it James Dean or was it Marlon Brando that was all like, "You're tearing me apart"?
Marlon Brando.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was in
Rebel Without a Cause.
No, Rebel Without a Cause is James Dean.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the one where he's like Stella.
No,
I'm pretty sure that movie was called.
no.
Wait,
I'm
he
kidding.
wasn't being James Dean. He was being Steve McQueen. Because
that's right, it was
that's what
Steve
Brock
McQueen.
Sampson told him. He
That's
was like,
right.
"Who is
Yeah.
that?" And
It
he
was
was
Steve
like, "Google
McQueen's.
it."
It was Steve McQueen's jacket from
Yeah.
The Great Escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I was trying to figure out which one it was. It's one of the 50s icons.
I'm like, it doesn't remind me. It
The one,
fucking just
the one he
looked,
died in the car crash.
it just looked like fucking the Daredevil dude.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Evil Ernie.
Yeah,
Or
it
evil.
looks-
Evil Knievel.
Knievel.
Evil Ernie.
Evil Ernie's a comic book. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, is that just like some childhood thing? That I was
No,
like,
Weird
remember
Sesame
Lady-
Street
yeah,
fan fiction.
Remember Lady Death? She was like a white.
in Marvel?
No, she was in
Oh,
Image.
I do remember that. Yeah.
And then Evil Ernie was her boyfriend.
She's wearing like a veil.
Yeah, and
like,
she had like white eyes, white body.
I remember
and
this
she
from-
wore skulls on her boobs.
It was
Yeah,
in like
dude.
the 90s.
It reminded me
Yeah.
of Mystique, kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah. But
I
she was
remember
white.
seeing that in like ads
Super
at the back
buxom.
of the comics we had.
Yeah.
And because I had all these comics that were like off-brand ones that
Yeah.
weren't from
Was
like
that-
Marvel.
was that-
Top Cow.
Are you sure that
I can't
even was
remember.
Image? Are you sure
It was
that
Top Cow.
Oh, I was gonna say.
was- it
I thought
wasn't-
it was Dark Horse.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah, I might have
That's
seen it
Jack.
in Dark Horse comics.
That's not from Great Escape.
No, it's from Le Mans.
Okay.
It's Steve McQueen though.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna say because
Yeah, those comics.
'cause-
Sorry, Evil Ernie and him I get them confused.
so it wasn't Venture Colors then. It was just from Le Mans.
Yeah.
Wait, did
Right,
he have
they
the
put a
white
Venture
jacket?
V on it.
Yeah, there was a Venture V. I saw that.
Was it white?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's exactly it.
Yeah, except they put a Venture sticker on it, and he put his name on it.
Yep.
Hank. Because everybody
Dean.
comes to Hank's.
Dean kind of fucking acted more like Dean in these episodes.
I think Dean chilled out when he finally accepted the fact that he's a clone.
Well, there was that whole like emo phase though. Like
Yeah, because he was like, I'm fucking not even human. Like, what am I? You know what I mean?
I like that he goes to school with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's funny.
and he picked his
Was the
pants.
dude that fucking like was making fun of Spider-Man?
Flash Thompson.
Was was
That's
that
his.
that the Captain America dude though?
I think
No.
so.
It
I think
looked
so. They had
it
the
looked
same
exactly
body
like him.
type, same
See, that's
hair.
the funny thing is
Same
Flash
nose.
Thompson in the comics looks almost identical to what Captain America looks like.
I just think it was weird
Yeah,
that
that's
like
true.
that they like showed both of them, like for them to be two different characters.
It could be.
It would be weird.
Well,
Like
it's
it
just
would make more sense if it was like that guy but not in costume.
I thought his hair was longer.
It always cracks me up.
No,
when
his
they
hair
have-
was like short and kind of like curly.
It was the same.
it would look the same if he was wearing like a.
because you can see
The
the hair
mask
coming
on.
out of the top too.
Yeah.
Of his outfit.
What is his name? The Captain America version?
It's like Citizen something.
Citizen, he was like a transvestite. He was dressed in a woman's superhero outfit.
It was just he had like high heels on. That was the only thing that really.
No, there was heels and then there was French.
Oh yeah, the garter belt things.
Yeah, there was like garter
He had
belts
ones on his arms too.
Yeah.
And then if you looked, his shield had that too.
Yeah, it was definitely like a tranny kind of thing.
It
going
cracks
on.
me up like how much effort they put in the animation, but then they look so ridiculous sometimes. Like Hawkeye with the foot.
It's the archer.
The,
Get it?
the
The arch?
purple arrow.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
but
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really like a good idea to have the arrows walk back to you, so you don't have to go and get them.
That's
Just-
smart.
Yeah.
feet arrows are fucking the most
It was
ridiculous idea.
It was making fun of Green Arrow's punching bag or boxing glove arrows.
Yeah.
Oh
Their
god,
feet.
I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I can see that now.
And then
I thought it
Nightwing.
was just a weird idea. Like,
Yeah.
Night Dick is like Ghost Rider and who else combined?
I would say Constantine.
I thought Batman.
No,
Well,
it's
he was
Ghost
talk-
Rider and kind of like Batman, but also what is his name?
The
like
mystery?
The,
You
not
talking
the
about
Grey
the-
Ghost. It's like the Spirit or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, the Spirit.
Yeah.
He's dressed like the Spirit.
Yeah.
Or,
no, he isn't. The
Phantom?
Spirit, well, maybe he
No.
was. The Spirit does have a big jacket like that. I just thought he looked like Constantine, though, and he said he came from hell.
I'm Night Dick. He didn't say he came from hell. He just said he came back from the dead.
I thought he said he...
And the Spirit did that too. He was a detective that got killed and came back.
Oh, it's the Spirit. It's the Spirit,
It's
then,
the Spirit,
for sure.
and-
You're right.
And
I
Ghost
think
Rider.
it's the Spirit here.
No, you're right about him coming back from the dead or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, they kill him, and then, like, he can't be killed after that.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Crow.
That's Will
Yeah.
Eisner's best fucking comic, and some of the original art for Will Eisner's The Spirit, which I've seen uncolored versions. Uncolored, black and white, Will Eisner looks superior to colored. Like, it just looks
Yes.
way better. It looks like modern art, like stuff people today do.
Well, there's manga and shit, too, that I don't think I'd want to see colored.
Yeah.
Like, there is an appeal to black and white.
Color washes out a lot of detail.
I was gonna say yeah, black and white you can see more detail, but it's
Yeah.
weird. It depends really on the artist because sometimes if there's too much, going on this in the scene, it kind of washes out even more detail in black and white because
Yeah.
there's no differentiation between what's going on.
It really
Yeah.
does come down to the artist's usage of, like, techniques.
I've
and
seen
shadows and
For
stuff.
detail, though, I mean.
I've seen some of Pat Gleason and Mick Gray's stuff that's black and white, and then what it looks like in color, and I prefer the black and white because they make things look more three-dimensional with the art, and then when they put the color, it flattens it out, I feel.
I will say traditionally too, from what I've heard from like artists and from like when I've seen like, okay, this is like the artist draft, and then this is the ink draft, and then this is the color draft, right? Where they'll show you the progress of how comic books are made.
Yeah.
That usually the part where the picture falls apart is in the coloring stage.
Oh. Freddy Krueger Mansion?
I don't know.
What is that for?
Oh, this is the house that it's based off of.
What is it?
It's a historical landmark in New Jersey, and I don't
Oh, he lives in Newark, yeah.
know like the history behind it yet.
But it looks like the house from...
this is like officially
from
what they
Fight
modeled
Club.
it after.
Well, those are styles of houses. They're gonna
Yeah,
look the same.
but I mean,
Oh.
look at that. I mean, it's like damn
Yeah.
near identical.
yeah,
Like
that
the
tower
trim,
thing is
the
a little-
outside. Yeah.
Now I'm like wondering if they didn't just base it off of like 3 fucking houses.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
they've
3
said like they've
concepts.
gone on record saying that this is the house that it was based off of.
That's cool. They're really into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it's obviously like Fight Club too, like with all the
Yeah.
shit being done
Oh,
to the
yeah.
outside of the house that's like constantly changing.
Yeah.
And also,
No,
like
you're
you
exactly
said, with
right.
the Mad Men shit too.
Yeah.
It might,
But the-
we'll see if it's
It was originally owned by the Scottish Rite of Freemasons.
It's got the secret.
Makes sense.
Secret
Because the Freemasons
room
are what
underneath.
made the guild.
It's got
Yeah,
a
what do you
7
think is fucking in that
The
basement?
Freemasons made the guild.
It's got a 700 seat auditorium underneath the house.
Oh.
So,
It's not an auditorium really, but
but I mean, you could easily convert an auditorium into a fucking Batcave.
Yeah.
Like if it's big enough to fit 700 seats, that's pretty big.
Maybe that's what those things covered in tarps are.
Yeah.
Because there's a scene where the monarch goes under his house.
that's crazy
finds
that
a
they
cave.
actually like know about that place though. Not us or like, well, yeah, us. Like that somebody found that house and was just like, oh shit, this is like a Freemason gathering that
Which
That was
means
a
they
huge
sold
fucking-
it, and then people are like, hey, this used to be a
Yeah,
Freemason
but you
place.
think they would have like caved it in or something?
Well, I mean, I doubt it's that big.
7,000 people
700.
auditorium or 700 people seated auditorium.
Yeah, but that's like I can't think of the name of a place. But there's auditor like
It's like a
outdoor.
movie theater.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty big.
That's a big space, yeah.
It's a 40-room mansion,
That's
and it
a
was
lot.
built in 1888.
Wow, that's a lot of property.
We're talking about the Kruger Mansion in New York, New Jersey.
Not the, because
Freddy
obviously,
Krueger.
yeah, and pretty sure the Monarch can't go upstairs because the ladder's broken or the
Staircase
staircase
itself
is broken.
is
Yeah.
fucking destroyed.
You know what I thought was really cool on all that in Gargantua too, the lightsaber battle with the fucking
The mine battle.
Yeah, the mine battle.
That was like
And-
in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, and that what's his face, the guy from Love Bites, or not Love Bites, the guy from the Doctor,
Dr.
What's his name?
Killinger.
Yeah, Dr. Killinger. He's
I like
related.
him.
He's related to the fucking
Yeah, he's like another one. He
Investors.
called them brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. And then they had a lightsaber battle that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I like Killinger though
Yeah, that's
as a
cool.
character. He's
He's
just
awesome.
It
creepy.
makes me
Yeah.
think they're like aliens or something.
Yeah, they're either aliens or vampires.
But they've been
or-
out in daylight.
I'm pretty sure they're just the
They're
Dark
like
City
Twilight
people.
vampires.
Yeah, they sparkle.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
Huh.
I said I'm pretty sure they're just the Dark City people.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
They're just people.
Well, the
that, like,
aliens.
Yeah.
aliens.
yeah, they could be Dark City people. Which
What-
is
what do they call
also
it,
Awesome.
They at least have the same moveset as
What do they
the
call it? They call it
Dark City
tuning.
Yeah, tuning.
Tuning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So crazy.
Good
Such a
movie.
good movie.
Yeah.
I think like my favorite part of
Inspirational.
like the new episodes was like the stuff with Pirate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like him getting a hold of that gun and just fucking like losing it.
He
and
did
then-
that once before in
Yeah.
the earlier seasons.
Yeah, now he's Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how like it's weird because like it feels like plot wise everything is getting so super complex and interwoven, right?
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, like it's also some shit is like back at square one.
Yeah.
Specifically, Brock Sampson being back with the Ventures at
As the guard.
yeah at a venture compound. Like it just when they were flying in the jet, it felt very much like first season.
Yeah.
Like some of the art even like
When he
I-
was
I hate
running,
this-
when he like got the like twinge in his eye and then was running and his mouth was foaming,
well
it
that
definitely looked like old Brock.
that
Yeah.
and when he was actually flying in there, it almost looked like they dropped the quality of the art like
They
to
might have.
match the first season. It looked weird.
I loved it.
It was good. I'm glad Venture Bros is back. I wish there weren't such big fucking gaps between their seasons.
It
I,
takes them like 3 years.
Hard to rush art, dude. Like you shouldn't do that.
I think they're not. I think they're good writers, but I think it takes them more time than other people because they're very manic about working on things together. And then I also think that they're both busy.
yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you say Jackson Public does a lot of other shit?
Jackson Public's
And
doing
Doc Hammer
the-
has like music shit too,
Yeah,
right?
Doc Hammer's in a band. He's also an artist. And then they were working with DC with the Hanna-Barbera thing. That
That's
they're
right.
doing,
That's
the
what you're
reboot.
saying.
So he's working on Space Ghost and Johnny Quest. That was his work.
That's awesome.
That's why it looks good.
Yeah.
It's just like
Looks
More
identical
better than the
almost.
others.
some of these
Yeah.
seasons though are so far apart, but like they almost like are so closely tied though that it's almost like it's a show that like at this point would almost like I'm not going to stop watching it, but it feels like it might be a show that would be better to watch all in one big watching session, you
Or-
know?
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
we're
it,
not trying to watch it
because it doesn't seem like yeah, I've also seen that, but I don't think I like certain types of people would eat this shit up.
It's easier
Yeah.
to pick up on some of the plot stuff going on when you watch them in succession.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
I kind of
because,
forgot what was going on when we started watching it.
Because some of it's super complex, and like I love it for that. That's like part of why this show's awesome is because they've put a lot of thought into it,
Yeah.
and
I
it
watched-
It's
fits
sort of the
together
same thing with comic
crazily and
books.
funny. Yeah,
Like-
it feels like a comic book like that. Except
Yeah.
comic books generally like are consistent though as far as when they come out, or at least if
Sometimes.
they.
Unless
Well,
it's
I was
that
gonna
one
say.
dude.
Yeah, but when that happens, like usually the show or the comic doesn't keep going on. And if it
Or
does,
if it does, it's only got 1 or 2 issues though.
yeah.
This show's been going on since I was 15.
Yep.
The first time I ever saw the very first episode was with Evan and Ian in their old house.
Was it the first episode?
It was the Secret in Spider Skull Bay, and it was the one with the Japanese
Where they
guy.
steal the technophile, where they
Yeah.
steal the technology and he
Yeah.
makes love to it.
Yeah. And then it had the sumo guy
hmm
doing the cranes. He was making little cranes. He
I
was
do
helping
remember
protect
that.
Rusty.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
That was the very first episode I ever saw. It was with you guys. That and then the Brack show
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
with
show.
the eye.
Yeah.
That was the very first episode.
Big stinging eye.
Yeah.
Sting
I'ma
like a
float
big
back.
stinging eye.
Sting
Float
like
like a big
floating eye.
stinging eye.
Float like floating eye.
It's like Fat Albert's voice.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we grew up with this. So whenever it comes back, I get nostalgia like crazy.
Who decided to make his dad so little? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
That's
Brack's dad.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good choice.
Well, he was also like just like a
Little Puerto
like a
Rican
Spanish
man.
dude. Yeah.
Oh, C Lab too. C Lab started
See
at the
that
same time.
2021. Yeah.
I always
And-
saw him though as the Ricky Ricardo, but with a mustache.
Besides Aqua Teen Hunger Force, that show and Venture Brothers are the only
Longest
ones
running.
to last.
Longest
Which
running
ones?
Adult Swim shows.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Venture Brothers are the only
Yeah.
ones to last.
And Aqua Teen's done.
Aqua Teen didn't end.
They keep
they lie
saying. They
again?
keep
They
saying.
lied.
They keep
Okay,
saying
okay.
that this
No,
is the
they
final
straight up
season.
said like 100% this is. Like,
No, dude,
like,
don't
And then
ever
the-
trust.
but if you
Adult
watch- if
Swim.
you listen
Don't
to the
ever
the
trust
song, yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna live forever.
Yeah. We ain't never gonna get canceled. Is
Yeah.
what they said.
Squidbillies is getting up there in age now, but
Yeah,
it
but
came.
this is newer.
Yeah, it came a few years out. Technically, Venture Bros didn't start with the with Brack
pilot.
Show and C Lab also.
It was the
it was a
pilot.
little. No, it was a little bit later.
It started.
It was like one of those shows.
The
that they
pilot
did-
came, and then
yeah.
it took a long time for the season to actually get produced. But the pilot came.
The originals though weren't. Even, Space Ghost fucking predates everything.
Yeah.
Space
Yeah.
Ghost fucking was like
Coast to
a
Coast.
long time, and that's when fucking what is it? The production company that
Ghost
said-
House or
Yeah,
something?
that's when Ghost House started, and then the next ones were.
Or like William
is where it
Street,
came.
yeah.
Yeah, William Street. Then the next ones were Brack Show, C Lab, and Harvey Birdman, which were
Awesome.
and C Lab lasted the longest out of those,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next ones were Venture Bros. Fuck, I can't remember, but then Boondocks flew
Brack
in there
Show
for a
came
while.
out in
Boondocks was way
2001.
Hmm?
Like just to put a date on it, 2001 was Brack Show when
Yeah.
it came out.
That's around the same time as the pilot.
I just remember them being really. I remember that when Brack Show was on, they were still doing like Hanna-Barbera cartoons during the day.
So it'd be like, well, they'd show reruns of the of like the Space Ghost and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they
where
had
Brack
funny
was in
ass
it.
commercials though, where like the Adult Swim shit would cross over with the Hanna-Barbera stuff. And I remember one like that was funny where it was like Flintstones and Jetsons characters on Survivor with Brack and like a few other people from Space
I
Ghost.
remember that.
And like he just like they were like, okay, for this next challenge you're gonna have to eat grubs, and then like Brock just has like an empty fucking bucket in front of him. He's like, were we supposed to eat the hands? Cause I took no prisoners.
Yeah,
God.
Venture Bros came out 2004.
Right, but what was the day of the pilot? Because it took a few years for them to actually.
Was the
start.
pilot Dia de los Dangerous?
No, it was the.
Yeah, that was
Secret
the first
Spider
one.
Skull Bay.
That's the 13th episode of
It's the-
season 1.
Right, but it's the pilot.
Okay, that came out in 2004.
Really?
Wait, no, the
October
pilot is
30th.
not fucking part of the first season.
It's
The
not.
pilot-
the
the
pilot
pilot's-
came out. The pilot first came out when we were in high school.
I don't remember watching the pilot until after I'd already watched the first season. I remember I had to download it separately. Because it was the one where fucking
No, it played
Rusty...
on TV. It played on TV
It
in
might-
2001. It was. Remember when they were having the? It was like a.
they've done it a
It
couple
was Saturday
times
nights.
where
They
they'll
would show pilots.
They'll show pilots that like what was it? There's that
They were Korgoth.
Korgoth the Barbarian.
Yeah.
that was one of them.
The
too.
pilot was The Terrible Secret of Turtle Bay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Spider Skull
And-
Island is the one later on where they go back and the I think the guy with the mind powers is trying to control the robot.
Yeah. The big brain guy.
Yeah.
Look, the first episode of Venture Bros I remember is the one where...
Original air date was 2003, February 16th.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I
I was
feel-
still in high school.
Anyway, the first episode I remember seeing, though, I think was the first episode. It's the one where he's doing a lecture down in Mexico. Rusty is.
That was the first episode.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
of the first season.
And
Then
he's
I
like-
remember the first episode, I guess. And then fucking Brock fucking takes on a whole stack of henchmen and
Yeah.
ends up like strangling that one to
Speedy.
death horribly.
Speedy.
Yeah, with like 20 fucking darts sticking out of him. And he
Then
finally
that-
just falls over.
And they shot him too. Or they shot him in the neck to put him out of his misery.
I knew
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
Such a
'Cause-
great show.
It is. It's got lots of memories.
It's got tons of
Didn't they
nostalgia.
bury Brock?
They did.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
later on, he wakes up and he's still got him in the hand.
Yeah.
Because
A blue-
Venture's like drinking and bleeding and
Losing
like
his
crying.
organs.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
he's got,
right.
he's
He's
got
got
health
Forgot he
kidney
care.
lost his
stolen.
organ.
See, this show is so funny.
I noticed that they haven't really played up Rusty's drug usage lately, like they
Yeah.
used to. He used to be a huge,
Well,
crazy
remember why?
pillhead. And,
Because Jonas was making his internal organs hurt.
oh, is that why he quit?
I think. Like after
He just
that, you never
drinks.
see him.
He just drinks Suffering Bastards and
Yeah.
Rusty or not
Yeah.
Rusty Ventures, but he drinks Suffering Bastards and all these other things that he made names for.
How did he turn into the big giant worm that one time? Who
Uh,
did that to him?
Oh, the girl, Dr. Girlfriend injected him with something that turned him
Yeah.
into
that's
a...
right.
Kafka monster.
Yeah.
And how did he's like, this is how years of fucking with super science have gotten
Comes
me.
back on you.
Yeah.
But this show is awesome, and this season I'm looking forward to it more than the last. The last season just kind of felt like it was a lot of talk, not really talk, but
Build
they
up.
were, yeah, they were also like ending storylines for like what they had been building for the last 4 seasons before it, and I knew that a rebirth was coming because I kind of felt like this could be the end, you know. And then
I think
can
that's
tell
what they
that-
thought too, though. Probably.
I think so, yeah. The rumor was that they were going to get canceled, and they were talking. I heard people talking with Jackson Public once about, "Are you getting canceled? Is that why this is happening?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "No one has said anything about us getting canceled. We just take a long time to finish things."
What's going on with because I remember in the last season at least Brock, like the voice actor,
Yeah.
got all like high and mighty and was like,
Yeah, he wanted more money.
yeah. Does it still like that or is it?
No, they
Is
give
he-
him the money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
They cut him in. He was in like half the episodes sometimes, or like
Yeah.
2 episodes, and then half the episodes the last season.
I mean, I don't agree with pay like that, but to be fair, that guy is like the biggest name attached to that show.
And
Even
he could go
even
work somewhere else for more money.
even before like Venture Bros like had a fan following, you know, that guy's still like he's Putty from Seinfeld, dude.
Yeah.
He's
The
he's
live
the
action
tick,
tick, yeah.
which is where he met Jackson Public, because Jackson Public used to be one of the writers for The Tick.
That must have been
Crazy.
Oh, I
sad
didn't know that.
because that show was actually kind of funny, and I love the cartoon. But like,
I
Who
heard
does
it's
the
coming
cartoon?
back.
Yeah,
What?
The Tick's
The
coming
Tick's
back.
coming back.
well, I'm just saying though,
That
at the
was just-
time
Well, no,
it's
he was
sad because that
Tick in the live action.
it literally
Tick,
got
though.
Yeah,
canceled.
he was,
Yeah.
because the same voice.
Got canceled after
Oh.
like 2 episodes. It got fucking like it was on and then it was off.
Yeah.
But you can see the whole season on Netflix, and it's funny because Ron Perlman's in it, and he plays a gay
Oh god.
older gentleman,
Nice.
and
Dr. or Colonel Gentleman.
no.
Yeah.
But I forget, he has like a young boyfriend with him and stuff like that.
Colonel
It's-
Gentleman.
Yeah, basically, kind of.
You
yeah.
know what other show was like
It's funny.
that? Was Clerks TV show.
The cartoon?
The cartoon. And I can see why that one did though, because it had like fucking 3 to 4 horrible like first episodes.
Yeah.
But like the last 3 episodes that never showed up because they
Got
got
canceled,
canceled
yeah.
before they were on. The last 3 episodes are so fucking good. They're like, especially the court episode, fucking with Judge Reinhold.
It gets to the
man,
point,
it's-
didn't it, where they just didn't even have parts animated for it?
Oh well, that's what happened in the episode. Like
Oh, yeah.
they
They
made a
sent it to
joke
Asia,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, they were like, we
Turned
sent
into
the
anime.
last 5 minutes of this to be finished, but it got lost, and so we had to send it to an anime corporation, and like crazy shit starts happening. People are like racing down the street in a car, and then it fucking transforms, and all their guts like shoot out of it, like Super Jail almost.
See, these things are so nostalgic. Cartoons are awesome, and I
Good
think
cartoons.
Venture Brothers is one of the greatest American cartoons that's produced now. Rick and Morty is probably like
Yeah, Rick and Morty.
beating the shit out of it right now.
I think it's limiting to think of Venture Bros as a cartoon. To be fair, I think it's just a good story. It's entertaining as shit. Like, that type of writing that's in it, too, could
Pop
be
culture
facilitated in all sorts of things. I could see that shit in a sitcom. I could see it in an action movie, you know? It's just
Yeah.
good writing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a cartoon. But I like that it is a cartoon, too, though.
Well, let's them do such crazy
Exactly.
shit.
It, like, gives them a lot of freedom to make shit not only, like, sound and, like, be crazy plot-wise, but to look crazy. Like, really, really nuts sometimes.
What's kind of fun for me is that, like, I'm not, like, super familiar with, like, comic book people, like, characters and stuff. And so sometimes, like, I actually, like, get to know these analogs in Venture Bros before I actually, like,
Get to know the actual
know
people.
what they were based off of.
Someone-
Which is, it's, like, totally backwards.
That's how I found Nomi Klaus.
Oh, okay.
Because Nomi is Nomi was in and Iggy were the Sovereign's henchmen.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Nomi Klaus, I looked him up, and he's actually like fucking like he was this awesome gay guy in New York that was an avant-garde
Yep.
singer. He was an
I
anti-tenor.
thought you said the Sovereign's henchmen were fucking Doc Hammer and Jackson Public.
No, those are the guilds.
Oh,
the
that's
two,
right, that's right.
Watch and
The
whatever
guys
it
that
is.
talk like this.
Yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
guys that talk like this. And they look. They actually are them. Here's the Easter egg on that. Is
One has an eye patch, right?
one has an eye
They
patch
both-
and looks just
They're
like
both doing their opposite
one.
sides.
Yeah, exactly. And one looks like Doc Hammer, and the other one looks like Jackson Public, but they're voiced by the opposite by accident.
Whoops.
And the stuff that they talk about is the exact same stuff that they talk about while they're writing the show. They stop writing and then they turn to each other in their chairs and they start talking about random shit. And that's exactly what the dialogue is. That's for them
That's
on the show.
awesome.
Like, we just write down what
What
we're
was your
saying
favorite
right now.
Bowie's album?
Yeah.
Tin Machine was the best.
Those guys are good. Yeah, Venture Bros, though, it's gonna be sad when it's over, but, like, here's another thing, too, is I liked the season 4 finale so much that I don't know if they could top that when it actually ends.
Yeah.
Because it like, I don't know,
I'll give it a
the
standing
way that
ovation.
it ends, the way the season 4 finale ends, mixed with that fucking music,
Yeah.
like, it almost gives me an emotional reaction.
They had to pay for that too, but they were able to get it because they knew that that's why they saved a lot of money for that.
Well, also because
Now-
that fucking band is some washed-up band from the 90s. Didn't seem like it really went well for those guys.
Mhm. I
So-
think he knew them,
Possible. That's possible.
but yeah, like this show's so
It's a
great.
good
And
song, though.
If you own the Blu-rays, then you should really take a look at the commentary because it's like it's hilarious to hear about how much shit they had to go through to make these things, to make cartoons. Even like the stories of what they fought with.
If you wanna
Adult
be-
Swim is on there.
If you want to be sad about the production process with fucking cartoons, you should listen to some interviews from the guys that make Teen Titans. They've gone through some crazy fucking transitions.
they
Like-
totally changed the show.
Well, that's one of them. Yeah, is and they even make fun of it in the cartoon itself, like the new version of it. There's a really good episode about it, but yeah, it's just sad because like you get the picture that in animation anymore on cartoon channels because that's where the only place you see cartoons anymore or on
Oh,
like
yeah.
specified cartoon channels. That nobody gets to make what they really want to make. Almost that's where I feel like Adult Swim shines.
Yeah.
Is because you do get to see cartoons where obviously people want to make these things. They're just
Yeah.
too weird to like be focus group tested and shit like
Yeah.
that. They're just from somebody.
Yeah, not just that, but they also have an open submissions. So if you're
Yeah.
an animator and you make something and send it to them, they might
And
get
they think
picked
it's
up.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some weird shit that they come out with.
That's where most of their pilot episodes.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Saul the Mole Man came
Mhm.
from their weird shit, and so did Korgoth was one of them too.
I think
And they
actually
were
it's
gonna
It's
make
like
Korgoth,
5,
and it
6
didn't get
years, I thought. And then
I thought
they
Saul
only
and the
came out
Mole
with one
Man
other
was-
episode, wasn't it?
made. They only came with one, and that was the pilot. And then they were getting talked to for the green light for the series, and then it just never happened.
Okay.
I
Got
thought
stuff
Saul and the
out.
Mole Man was something that fucking came from Britain.
No, the
Are you
Saul
sure?
the Mole Man was
Like all
Saul the
that,
Mole
all that
Man.
cast is from fucking like
Mighty Boosh.
yeah. I was gonna say Mighty Boosh. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Mighty Boosh. Never
Mighty
mind.
Boosh.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
Saul the Mole
wrong shit.
Man, Fat Guy Stuck in Internet. All the live action things are like some of the same
Heart-She
producers
Holler.
worked on. Heart-She Holler, those are
Yeah.
all the same people that worked on stuff.
'Cause
Okay.
those live action things.
the fat guy that was stuck in the
Tom
internet
Goes to
is
Mayor?
in Heart-She Holler.
Right.
No,
He's in that bar all
Tom
the
Goes to
time.
the Mayor.
And so is
is-
people from Mighty
Timber.
Boosh.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Like
thought
that's
so,
another
but-
separate set of fucking Adult Swim shows that get made. Like Tom Goes to the Mayor turned into Tim and Eric, turned into Steve Brule.
And the guys from the Fat Guy Stuck in Internet are both from the Upright Citizens Brigade School in
Yeah.
New York,
Oh.
which is how they got found. I'm a fucking nerd about this because I fucking love the way that they produce weird shit on Adult Swim.
It's like the only facet for it really on TV.
Yeah.
Like you don't see anything else like that.
It's like what liquid television used to be in the 90s
Kinda.
on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sad. That's sad. Like it's the only variety, and like in that way, it almost isn't a variety at all.
Yeah, because they just play the shit out of Family Guy and Cleveland Show.
Well, that's
until
where
you don't
most of
wanna
their
watch anything
that's
anymore.
definitely where most of their views come from.
Yeah. All right.
But
American Crime.
yeah, American Crime.
All right, let's talk about
American
the rapes.
Crime.
American rapes. God, man.
Got a
This-
lot of butt sex. Got a lot of.
So we're on episodes 5 and 6, and we'll just talk about them at the same time. But 5, I feel like was almost like treading water a little bit.
On what?
Like it's just in the way that like it didn't present too much new information. And,
Oh, yeah.
And what this show is fueled on is like a new twist brings on
Wait,
new drama.
wasn't 5 the one where we found out that he actually like had been sending those texts and then
4 we did.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
it
okay.
was at the
Like,
very.
I don't think I even
5 is when he
remember
says.
what's in 5.
5 is when he talks about what Q2C means.
Yeah, 5 is where at the end of 4 is when Eric like admitted all that shit, and then 5 is where it like gets into the meat and bones of like investigating it,
Yeah.
and like you find out that like about the
Is it
text
where he
messages
tried to
and
kill
shit.
himself?
yeah, that's where he
Yes.
tried to kill himself.
In
I guess
4.
that's something of substance. He tried
no,
to kill
in
himself.
4 he tried to kill himself. In 5 he doesn't try to kill himself. I watched both of them today.
Okay, I just
okay.
can't remember what happened in 5 then.
Yeah.
In 5 they talked about the phone conversations, and then it was basically it was a lot of Eric talking with his.
His dad or
His
his
dad.
brother. I
No,
remember
he
his
didn't talk- I
brother's
don't
all
know.
like,
He
"I
didn't talk to
hate
his
you
brother.
because mom's
That was
afraid of
4.
you."
Really? Yeah.
Whoops.
And then a lot of the stuff kind of fell through the cracks on this one. It was a lot of Taylor. It was a lot of his relationship with his girlfriend.
I was gonna say they
his
had that
girlfriend
big
was like,
old
"Am
fight.
I a boy? Am
Yeah.
I a boy to you?"
Yeah, they had that
because
big fight.
his mom busted him and
Yeah.
fucking like was
Hardly-
a stupid bitch about it.
Hardly any Kevin and his family. It was almost like not even existent for them for
She
there.
was very insensitive to Taylor.
Oh, and
in
then
that
there was-
She doesn't really
episode.
care
The mom.
anymore. Now it's about her.
Yeah, she's
Taylor's-
just gone crazy.
Taylor's mom at the end talks to some
Wait,
dude,
wait,
and the
wait,
dude's
who
like,
was
my
this?
daughter had trouble at that Leland school, and then
right.
that was the end of it.
Wait, who was
basically.
insensitive?
Taylor's mom,
Oh,
Yeah, she's-
where
bitch.
she was
Crazy
just like
Lisa.
threw it out there right in front of the girlfriend that he's been like butt fucking dudes.
I don't think it was like really selfish on her behalf. I think she was just fucking flipping out and she's an idiot.
Well, no, the
Like,
way
I don't-
she's going after the school, she's being selfish because he doesn't want to pursue it anymore. He wants to just try and forget about it, and she's like, no,
Now
we're
she's
not
trying to
gonna
be-
let it
now she
go.
can't
She's trying to
back
be
down.
Mama Bird.
Can you?
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, you guys could be right, but I could also like if I put myself in her shoes, right? There's like a big part of me that like wouldn't want to let that go just because what happens when it happens to the next person. You know, like that sort of thing. It's like it's even though it's hurting your child, like in the long run, those people shouldn't get away with it, and it might not have anything to do with her. It
She
might
could
have
still
to do with
it
like
without just.
I'm pretty confident
Fair
she's not
enough.
doing it for the
Yeah.
future
Yeah.
of raped men. I'm
No,
pretty
she's
sure
doing it because she's
for-
obsessive.
Yeah, she wants to win, and she wants to prove that she's a good mother.
That's
Yeah.
personally not the feeling I get about it at all. But I mean, maybe. I just don't.
I think
that
it can
that's-
be both, but I think she could do everything she's doing and still not have embarrassed him like that.
Oh yeah,
And,
no,
like-
no. There's no excuse for how she busted in and like ruined his relationship.
Well, no, and
basically.
like it's like this is her own personal crusade now. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with him anymore.
Well, the only thing I could think of that like could justify her viewpoint, and it still was really dumb of her to do that, but was what if she thought that the girl was like she knew something too, and so maybe she thought that both of them were like playing her
Yeah,
for a
but,
fool.
like,
A beard.
Does she care about her son enough to actually ask him these questions and not just ruin a
Like
relationship.
I said, it was stupid. But, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
so, I mean,
it's...
she's
People are
mentally-
stupid like that, though, sometimes. I'm just...
You way
I can
jumped
think
the
of
gun
some
on
parents
that
that
if
do
that's
that.
what she thought.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, she fucking totally just fucked up,
Honestly, he's getting off easy because in real life, moms that act like that would like tear the room apart.
They'd be like that other mom who's like, "Did you touch him?"
yeah.
They'd be like, "What's wrong with you?" Like,
Yeah,
shit.
that was episode 6 with
Yeah.
Kevin, with Eric's
mom.
dad.
Yeah, mom and
And
dad
mom,
talking.
yeah.
I always have a problem with this lady's characters, but it is because, like, she plays these people that are really dumb.
Well, it's just like
sometimes.
someone you just want to be like, just shut up. Like,
Yeah.
She
That
comes
lady?
off. She
Yeah.
comes off as like
Eric's mom?
super
Yeah.
pathetic.
no, her she isn't
Taylor-
bad in that
Taylor's
much
mom,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, that's who we were talking about. He thought we were
Oh.
talking about
I
the.
thought you were talking about Eric's mom.
She's like that in this one. In other stuff, she's not. The other lady, though, Taylor's mom, has been basically the same character in almost everything she's ever acted in.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
6 Feet Under,
Conjuring.
and even that like Haunting movie.
Yeah.
Like she was like super pathetic in that.
I think Eric's dad is gay, and that's why they divorced. Because
I
she
don't
found
think he's
like she
gay.
found like gay
He's-
porn on his computer.
They're not. They're not even divorced. They're separated. I think, and I think it's because of all the stress of what's going on. Like they
They were
like-
separated before it.
were they?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like a recent separation where she was
No,
just
no,
like,
no,
"Fuck
no.
this! I can't handle it. You deal with
No,
it."
because before all this shit busts out, even too, like the brother is bitching about his mom. Like now it's all switched around because he found out brother's gay, and that's like a bigger deal than mom being boring or crazy or whatever you fucking said it was. But like they'd been separated for a while, and I get the impression that
Get ready for it. He's gonna be like, I'm the favorite now.
I'm going basketball school.
for a second I thought like they were gonna hate crime. He was gonna hate crime his brother for a little bit.
Yeah.
We wrestled
Hey.
together, and you touched me, bro.
Yeah, no, that was. I think they definitely played on that a little bit, trying to be like, see, he's aggressive.
Yeah.
Speaking
With other
of,
boys.
hate
Right.
crimes and ones to come, I think that the HIV is still on the table for this, right? No, I do, and I think that
Didn't you
dude
get tested for it?
they
Yeah.
did a rape kit, but I don't.
Yeah, when they do
Oh,
a
okay.
rape kit, they
Remember
give you,
Taylor said
they
he
give
was
you
still
all
might not-
sorts
it
of like
still might not show up.
antivirals.
Taylor
But, like,
said he was
It
clean.
can take months to show on it.
Well,
But
either
they
way,
give you preventative medication.
I got the impression though that like fucking something's gonna leak, right? And Taylor's new boyfriend.
Something's gonna leak
leak
already.
out of his penis.
Out of his butt.
Yeah,
He has
that's
the
what I
AIDS.
got. No, but okay. But I have the feeling that Taylor's gonna do something that's gonna piss off his new boyfriend. He's gonna get another beating.
No, I thought this was gonna happen this episode.
I think Taylor's
He was being
dead,
like,
man.
you like it.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't think he's gonna be dead. If only because he's gonna have to testify. He's gonna.
Yeah, otherwise the show would be over.
Well, no, it wouldn't
Unless
be
the mom
over.
just-
It would
Like
be
it would,
justice for the mom.
no, it would turn into also like Kevin's court case for having been involved in
And
the
Eric.
hate crime.
And it's as
They're
the
both
school's-
involved with it now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
School's
true.
getting ready to
That's true.
settle out of it too.
In the school. is
Okay,
gonna-
that's what I was gonna say. Is like they were talking about earlier in the episode of settling out, and she chose not to because she was like the mom wouldn't go for it.
Right.
You know, she
she's
just
getting
wouldn't-
she's getting desperate.
Yeah,
now.
she's super desperate. So like that was presented though at an earlier point, the settling out.
Just put this out there real quick before I forget, because I think to say it every time we're talking about it. You notice how she's like OCD? She's always washing
Yes.
her hands.
Yeah.
I do now that you mention it.
She
Yeah.
says she plucks her eyebrows a lot too. But
So
that could just be really
I
her.
think she's like she's gonna start breaking mentally a little bit,
Yeah.
having to deal with this.
If I mean that's gonna happen. Like that was gonna happen anyway. Like she was
Mm-hmm.
gonna crack at some point because this obviously isn't gonna go her way.
Yeah.
But
She'll get fired.
she's totally like OCD about her job at least. But yeah, you're right. Like that's got to be like extra icing on the cake
Mm-hmm.
or cake to fucking like let you know that guess what, this bitch is fucking too high strung. It's
Yeah.
gonna break.
And now we know Taylor's dad or whoever that guy is didn't molest him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just called him. He just said queer, and then it made him upset
Yeah. By the way, like,
because Taylor was born gay.
well, no,
He knew
but-
at least knew he was gay back then.
by
Yeah.
the time of that football game. But I don't think that that's something to hold against somebody that isn't actually specifically bashing gay people.
Wait,
by
here's,
the way,
here's a question. This is random. It just came into my brain. But did you guys notice during the 5th episode that there was like scenes of the dancing and then all of a sudden wrestling matches.
I do remember that gay dancing now that you fucking mentioned
The
it.
rape dancing.
The
It was
interpretive
the rape
dance.
dancing.
There was an interpretive dance, and then at the same time, there was stills of. It was not stills, but it was footage of Taylor wrestling with some other guy.
Yeah, and I think that
It was wrestling, like Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah, and I think
So
that
they
was
were
supposed
naked
to
and all
like.
lubed
No, they weren't naked. They were wearing their, their
oiled up.
singlet.
I think that was
Taylor
supposed to
wrestles?
like.
I don't know, but it looked like it was him or Eric or somebody.
I think that was supposed to like signal like in your brain that like the wrestling.
Sports are gay.
Like, well, there's this
Boys
like
that can
inner
pay
there's
rough.
this inner fight going on with Taylor, and like he wants to be like openly gay, but he's hiding
Either-
it.
either
I don't
He's
know.
hiding
I just thought that it was
himself,
like
and-
guys are being aggressive with each other and they're being gay, like they're gonna fuck each
But
other.
the whole dance was about
because
the
he
whole,
likes it rough and he likes to be held down like like a wrestler.
Pinned.
But the whole dance was
Yeah.
basically about rape.
Oh, is that what the dance is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
It was, no,
kind
it was
of
like the guy was like shoving the girl around and shit. And
I
like,
didn't even. I just
Yeah.
thought it was.
It was
storm.
definitely very
they don't
rapey.
say
I thought it
what.
was a storm.
Like, if-
Technically, they don't say what any of it's about anyway. But
if a guy did that to a girl, like without her knowing what was going on, you
yeah, but it's
definitely-
fucking interpretive dance where like everything is like super exaggerated.
Yeah,
and,
but it was like she was trying to get away from him and shit.
Yeah,
he
and then
kept
people
pulling
were, like, holding her
close.
down.
yeah, but you could, there's a number of things that like are tense and stressful.
If he
or,
says
or
be fun,
chaotic,
Yeah.
that you could be all like, oh, that's what that represents, you know?
And they were also wearing like what looked
Like
like
skin
nude
tone
looking
clothing.
skin
Yeah.
tone clothing,
I
which was
noticed that they
supposed to
looked
make you
naked.
think of like sexual behavior,
Well,
naked body.
that's what I was thinking.
uniform.
I don't think it necessarily meant rape or anything like that because that would be stupid. But
Then
it was
think
also
about-
stupid that they were doing anything like
ab-
that while those charges were
Yeah,
going on. It
think
was
about that once
super
it comes
dumb.
out that that teacher slept with the student too.
Yeah.
Well, it's like if they're going through the effort of fucking editing out like fucking faces on their website because of this scandal going on.
They've been
They're not gonna
practicing for
do. They're
months.
not gonna. I don't give a shit. They're not gonna do something like that. Like, because even though I'm pretty damn sure it wasn't an interpretive dance of rape, like it came off
I don't
as
think,
an interpretive
I think
dance
that
about rape.
That's what the show, like the writers, wanted it to be. Like, I mean,
No, I'm pretty sure that's what the show writers wanted it to look like. But I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
in reality, like, no school would ever do something like that, let alone during a time where they're in the midst of a rape scandal.
Unless it was a teacher who thought they were being super progressive by
Yeah, but
creating
it-
a choreography that would like push the boundaries.
Yeah, but, like, from what they showed, it was, like, Felicity Huffman's baby for, like, fucking
it's
donations.
a different school,
She
though,
was
right?
looking
Because
for...
there's a bunch of ethnic people in it.
No, it was this school.
yeah, it was
They
Why
were
would they have
just-
all the ethnic people there when they said that school's not?
it's just the
ethnic?
handful that they keep around.
I was
for
gonna say,
interpretive-
The
like,
rich
dude,
ones.
the ethnic people, like, Kevin is part of the rich school.
Yeah, but he had to buy in because of his family.
So did those kids.
and what's
Yeah.
her name? The
Like those
the
shows.
daughter of the Indian guy.
Indian guy.
He's
Remember
on
they
the
tried to-
board of people with
the
what's her
two
name,
families tried to get their kids to fuck.
Oh yeah, he tried to hook him up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who said fucking Kevin was still probably dual raping Taylor with Eric? Who said that?
Me.
Okay,
too.
I
No,
agree
think
with
A
you.
few of us. Have,
I thought, yeah, I was like, I agree with
I thought that he was trying to rape the girlfriend. That they were trying to get all of them drunk, and then that Taylor drank her drink, and then he got fucked up from it, and then he went to go bang the guy, and then it just went.
that. Oh, I bet you're right. I bet you're right.
She was going to become a victim, and he
Inadvertently saved
inadvertently
her.
saved her.
Because Eric is just a gay wad. He's not a rapist.
Yeah.
And Kevin totally seems like he would fucking... He just seems like this fucking
He was
sex
like-
It
fiend.
could have been anybody in the team.
Well, that's what I was.
Seems like the whole team's
Well,
in on it.
What I thought, at
Uh.
least my version, I think of what happened is that Taylor and Eric were planning to hook up. Taylor got too fucked up, right? So
Couldn't
things
do
got
it.
a little weird for him. He didn't really understand all of what was going on, and lines got crossed. Eric leaves the bathroom, leaves Taylor there on the floor, which he said he did. Then Kevin comes in and says, "Hey, I'm gay and I want to do somebody in the butt.
I don't think Kevin's
You're
gay.
here, your ass is out, I'm gonna fuck you."
He's like, ooh, that's a nice wide ass.
Like, basically, he's an
I don't think so.
opportunist.
I think
he's
Kevin-
an opportunist.
I think Kevin's just a sex fiend, and so like anything that he can get, he'll take. That's the feeling I get out of the guy, at least.
I don't know.
But he also has an ego, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
but I do
But he
think
does call him a bitch.
I do feel like he is tied to that more so than just like covering
knows
Eric's ass.
something.
And
Come on,
I
have
think
fun.
your
Be
shit is
fun.
just as probable, AJ.
It's either one. It's gonna
about
be either
how
one.
he was trying to Mickey his girlfriend, but he accidentally Mickey'd Taylor, and then Eric wouldn't know that Taylor was Mickey'd at that
Yeah.
point. But then Eric would talk to Kevin, and they would figure it all out, and then that's when they'd make that pact that they got to keep secret, like what they were talking about at the beginning.
There's also the possibility that this isn't the first time that Eric and Kevin have done this to someone.
True.
Yeah, and it could have been a girl.
That's
It could have been a dude.
Yeah. This might be something that they do.
They take turns on whose favorite.
Well, they were
Because
talking about
they-
raping chicks before.
They were talking about raping chicks before, and there also just seems to be this, like, kind of, like, weird tension between them. Like you know, we don't want to, like,
They like each other.
well, I don't know if they like each other, but maybe they get off on the power play of them both doing this to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they don't want to, like, turn on each other, you know?
Yeah, because they're in too deep with each other now.
Yeah.
Because if one gets in trouble, then the other one gets in trouble.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, definitely at this point,
Yeah.
and even more so now.
Well, they would have
what
found
just
Kevin's.
did.
They would have found Kevin's DNA inside his butt, and they didn't.
Unless he didn't leave any behind.
Yeah, maybe
there
Kevin
are
wore
some
a
people
condom.
who don't secrete.
Maybe Eric didn't.
There are some people who do not secrete DNA in their semen,
That's true, but Kevin didn't seem worried.
and it was a week later.
Maybe Kevin just peed in him,
It was a week later that they
filled him up
swabbed
like
him.
a water balloon.
There's DNA and pee.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe
Lots
he.
of
I
blood.
don't know. He just. I
Bloody
don't think.
peas.
I don't think he. I don't think Kevin did it. I think Kevin was
I don't
trying
think
to do
Kevin
other
did
shit.
the blood.
I think Kevin was trying to do other shit. I think he was trying to get some Latina.
Well, regardless, now everyone's gonna think he did.
No,
So
his
he's
girlfriend was
beaten
there,
up.
and he did get laid. Remember, he fucked her in the bathroom anyway.
Well,
Oh,
that's what he
that's right.
said. That's what he said.
I'm pretty sure that at least
People are
did
gonna think
happen.
he did
She
now
didn't
that
confirm that.
whatever he's doing to Taylor comes out.
Taylor was in the bathroom too, right?
Yeah.
So how did
See,
he bang
that's
the girl in the
that's what I'm
bathroom
saying.
and
It's
bang
weird
Taylor
that
in the
Kevin
bathroom?
says that he fucked her in the bathroom. That
Unless
hasn't actually been
They were in
confirmed.
two different stall. No, not even.
It was at a house.
Yeah, it's not at a. It's not at a school or anything.
Yeah.
How's? Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I thought they said they went to a different room. But
Yeah, it could have been a different.
Yeah,
bathroom.
it could-
it was a
yeah.
bathroom though because she
No.
was like, "You fucked a girl in the bathroom."
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
On the
I thought
floor.
Kevin
Something.
or not Kevin, Taylor and Eric went to a different room, but
No, he said he like
I thought
had
he
him
was-
on the floor in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what he said in the
And they
statement.
left him there.
Wait, no, I thought that Kevin
Now
said
it's-
he
that's
fucked,
a
I thought
conflicting
Kevin said
statement
he fucked
for the
his
lawyers.
girlfriend on the bathroom.
But they said that
floor.
they weren't going to press charges.
They both said that. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're
I don't
both
know
putting
about
themselves in that place at the same time,
I don't
basically.
know about
Unless there's two bathrooms,
that.
There could be.
They'll reveal it.
but that doesn't
anyway.
make
Yeah.
sense for a script.
Maybe they will. Sometimes they don't in this show.
So they were
actually.
doing it together, side by side,
Or
looking into each other's eyes while they were doing it.
the other thing that I thought of is like Eric could have been doing him and Kevin could have just been standing there jerking it. Like watching. Like he doesn't necessarily have to like get in the butthole, you know?
Yeah,
There
they have to
won't be
check
any
that
DNA.
bathroom for semen.
If Taylor eats it,
Yeah, exactly.
too, he could have just taken the front end
Yeah.
with stomach acids.
I mean, the likelihood that they would find like DNA on Taylor specifically like a week later is
Didn't they
pretty
find
unlikely.
jizz on his outfit?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, it
gonna
was on
say
his
like
clothes.
the
So
fact that
then-
they found any DNA is pretty fucking
But
weird.
Eric
Yeah.
said that he went and then he stopped and then he left. So where'd the jizz come from? Oh, he's quick to come, but it wasn't his cum.
Dude, I don't think
Because they
Or
said
was
that it
it?
wasn't. They said that the semen that was on his jacket was not his own.
Yeah.
not Taylor's.
Right.
So it's Eric's.
It's Eric's.
Yeah.
But Eric said that he didn't get to even finish or anything. He got out of there because the kid was acting weird.
And
Lie
that's when the
detector
and that's
says
when the
that's
coach comes in.
Yeah, the jizz detector.
That's
The
when
coach is still
that's
up
when the
to
coach
something.
comes in.
The coach has been so silent for the last 2 episodes.
I think he's gonna turn on him because the way that kid.
I think he
Like,
knows
right up-
exactly what happened, and
He's
now
gonna
he's
feel so
feeling the
betrayed.
Okay,
burns.
there's
Kids
something
being
going on.
weird
There's
to
something
Taylor.
going on with this coach, and it's either something scandalous going on with that rape, or it's just gonna be he's actually not. He's the plot C, like fucking where
Oh, no,
it's
it's
gonna
like
turn out his
after-
daughter was recorded fucking making the team, and fucking he has to deal with that.
After he was
He was
given,
gang raped.
after he was given the team the speech about like accepting him and stuff, and the kid was all like, "So you gonna shower with us? That's messed up." And he's like staring at the kid. I think he's like starting to realize that some of these kids are pieces of shit,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
and so he's gonna like turn on them.
They're
well,
not
like I
the
was
brightest
saying-
and best that he thought they were.
Well, they're not good.
like
people.
I was saying in like the 2 episodes ago or some shit. He legitimately does think that his kids would have told him.
Yeah.
Like, and it kind of like that's why he was mad in the locker room, is because when he found out that they lied to him, that hurt his feelings.
He took it personally.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna bring it up too, and this has no racial connotation, but
Sure.
I fucking hate what's going on in the public school. That part of the story, like
Latinos versus blacks.
no, not even Latinos versus blacks, but just them giving shit to that principal for fucking following the rules and doing a good job. Like, it's like, if any kids had been beating the shit out of some kid in that hallway, they would have gotten suspended like that.
If that principal
And-
was white or Latino,
Yeah.
like, they wouldn't have an argument.
Yeah.
Or if they were Latino.
Or white, even. I don't think they could even say that because the other kid was black, you know?
Yeah, that's half of the argument, but half of it's just they're being persecuted because they're Latino. Like, even in the beginning when they were talking about the lunch shit, or the morning breakfasts or whatever, that the Latino lady wasn't saying like, oh, the black people get stuff. She was just acting like, oh, the Latino group doesn't get stuff. And so, like, the whole way that the Latino people in that side of the show have been portrayed are these victims that, like...
People that think they're entitled.
Yeah, exactly. And it
Because
pisses me off, man.
Because they think that they're ethnically better than the other people in the school.
I don't know if they think that they're ethnically better, but they think that they're being mistreated,
yeah.
when it's literally just being fair. And it makes me so mad because it's like they're not even, like, taking themselves out of the situation and thinking, like, okay, if it had been 3 boys of any color, like, shouldn't they have gotten suspended? Or the lunch thing,
No,
like,
I
it's
think
like,
it-
okay, if you can't get there by this time, or the fucking truancy
I think
thing,
what
where it's
perfectly
like,
illustrates what the whole situation is the truancy thing.
yeah.
He's like, if it doesn't matter if she's not in the classroom when the bell rings, then she's truant. And
But
she's
that
like,
lady's all
truant
like-
for holding a sign.
No, truant
It's
for
like
not being in class.
class.
Yeah, it's like, do you know what truancy is? The parents
Obviously not.
seem really fucking stupid,
And
and
considering
the kids
the mom
seemed
can
really
go to
stupid
jail
too.
for the kid not being in school, she's
Yeah.
even stupider.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More stupid.
It's not like they're union delegates.
we're gonna
forced to
find
pick
out. I think that Lisa lady was like whoring herself out for drugs too.
Which
or
one's
not
Lisa?
Lisa, the mom though. Her name was
Um,
Lisa and something.
Which mom?
Crazy
Taylor's
one,
mom.
Taylor's mom.
Oh.
I think she had a mental break.
I was gonna say,
Hmm.
I think she has like some sort of like mental issue that
Yeah.
she was maybe
I
hospitalized
think, yeah,
for.
she had to
like,
go away somewhere.
Like
to-
maybe she tried to commit suicide, or she has like schizophrenia.
Or she's
or-
lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
that could be it. They hospitalize people.
I really
for
hate
that.
Eric's mom though. I hope
Eric
Eric's
and Taylor's
mom.
mom are both bad
Yeah, but I hate Eric's mom more than Taylor's mom.
for accusing the father of touching the son.
Well, that's
Shout
part
out
of
to
it,
Francie
but
from
just for
Gilmore
acting even,
Girls.
I think of her more as the one of the hybrid children in Steven Spielberg's Taken. It's a really good miniseries about basically UFOs from like the 40s up to present day.
I
Like,
just think
all
of her as
the conspiracy.
His daughter
Frank's,
in Shameless.
Frank's daughter in Shameless,
Yeah.
and how he
No,
almost had
don't
sex
mention
with
that. Almost. I thought you said they did.
her. They were gonna do it, and because he was dating her, he needed a liver, and I know this sounds
Yeah,
terrible.
this
All this
sounds-
sounds terrible. He needed a liver, so
That's
he
the
thought.
whole point of the show.
Yeah, he needed a liver, so he thought he could. He thought that he could romance her and try to like trick her into loving him, so that she would give him her liver, or her son's liver,
Wow.
so that he could be with them.
And then he
And then,
knows
whoops,
it's his,
we are family.
he knows it's his daughter though the whole
Yeah,
time.
he knows it's his daughter.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
fucked up. That's fucked
What?
up.
And then
This is William H. Macy doing it,
Yes,
right?
this is
In the
William
U.S.
H.
version?
Who, little trivia, William H. Macy is Felicity Huffman's husband.
Oh, shit.
Felicity Huffman is the PR
Taylor's
lady.
mom.
No,
No,
the
the PR
really?
lady.
The PR lady, yeah.
Well, what do you know?
I was
I
actually
wonder if
thinking
that's
the other
I wonder
day
if that's
about...
what happens in the British one.
I don't know. The
no,
British
it,
one might be
I
different.
think it's almost exactly the same. It's just different
It's so
actors.
crazy. Like Frank has done so much illegal things that he should be in prison for a long time. He even has sex with a 16-year-old girl.
It's also his daughter. No,
No, it was gonna be his daughter. Actually, it is his daughter,
stepdaughter.
stepdaughter.
Gross.
Because
fucking
and the
sometimes-
mom, the stepdaughter that he fucks, mom, has this. She's a what is it called when you don't want to leave the house? Agoraphobia.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, so she doesn't want to leave the house ever. She's stuck in. She's a recluse, right? But she has this crazy fetish to use giant horse-sized dildos. So William H.
with
Macy,
Crisco.
knowing this is the only place that he can live and get a paycheck because she's a recluse, it says, "Okay, you can use my ass all you want."
Oh my god.
And she fucking destroys him. He has to wear a diaper around the house for like half
God.
a season.
That's horrible.
That's awful.
That's horrible.
About a man.
So she just prolapsed him.
Yeah, she's like, "Let me show you my toys," and she has this huge like fist and like horse dicks and stuff like that, and she lubes them all up, and then like you can just see William H. Macy coming out of the bedroom like with his legs bowed, and he's wearing a diaper, and he's like, "Oh, he can't even sit down,"
That wouldn't be good.
and then he's like,
What does he get for payment?
Money.
Well, he gets to stay there. She takes care of him, and he's taking her her money for being a recluse, for being mentally
Disability
unstable.
checks.
Yeah, disability check.
Man, that sucks, but like, if you were desperate enough and you didn't give a shit, I mean, I guess that's not that bad.
And then
of a
meanwhile, he
payment.
fucks the daughter because he gets drunk and then fucks the daughter on live stream cam in front of a bunch of people. And the daughter
Whoa.
is his son's girlfriend.
Ew, what? Wait.
Okay, enough of this TV
Jesus,
show.
man.
Enough of that.
No, like a month ago, actually, randomly, I was just thinking about, like, William H. Macy and how weird his career must have been.
Yeah.
Because, like, he doesn't really appear in much until, like, I don't know, like mid-30s, maybe even early 40s.
Yeah.
And then, like, one of the first movies I remember seeing him in was, like, Fargo, right?
Okay.
And everything is always him, like, playing this mild-mannered guy that gets in way the fuck over his head.
Yeah.
Like, way the fuck over his head. Like, that one, Boogie Nights.
Yeah, Boogie Nights, he fucking kills himself. Because
blasts
Nina
himself.
Hartley's banging everybody.
You know her name?
That's a porn. She's a porn star.
Oh, that was an actual porn star?
Yeah, that was Nina Hartley.
Lol. Funny. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought it was just some actress.
No, that's a porn star, Nina Hartley.
For sure.
Yeah, and he's just like, he walks in on it and then kills himself. That's actually based on true events.
I'm sure that many, many men have done something like that in their
Actually,
lives.
I think that was somewhat based on Phil Hartman. I'm not sure.
Phil Hartman didn't kill himself.
His
His
wife
wife
killed
killed
him.
him.
Oh, that's right. But it was during an affair, right?
No,
she was having an
basically-
affair.
She like went crazy
Okay.
and like held him hostage in their house.
Well,
and then
it was
eventually
something
shot
like
him.
he had been trying to get a divorce for like
Yeah.
years, but she kept like threatening, like
to either kill herself or their kids or
Yeah,
something like that.
like, so
and then
he-
she straight up
Okay.
held,
and
held
he
him at
and he
gunpoint.
still loved her too, and so he wanted to like take care of her, but it just
Yeah.
ended very
And she
badly.
held him
for
at
Phil.
Poor
gunpoint.
William
And it was
H.
like an
Macy.
arm standoff.
Poor Phil Hartman.
I think William H. Macy's character in Boogie Nights was like, he was a cuckold that liked to get off on his girl and his wife getting banged by dudes, and then
Got
like
super
it just
jealous.
kept happening, and then she didn't want him just for his money or whatever, and then he started to realize that like he doesn't want to be neglected. And,
I
like,
don't think it
treated
was-
like shit.
I honestly got more the impression. I mean, it could be that, and that makes more realistic sense. But like, it also seemed like it could have been one of those scenarios where it's just a guy who falls in love with like
Porn star?
a porn star or a stripper, and
He's
like
in the industry too,
and,
so
like,
he might be okay.
it's
with it.
weird.
and thinks like, oh well, I can get around that. You know, I
Yeah.
understand the situation. I can, and then just
She has needs. I have needs.
Boogie Nights
And it just
and
fucking
then
blew his head
and
up.
Studio 54 kind of meld together in my head
They do.
a little bit.
They do because it's the same dude.
Boogie. Oh wait, what? Really? That's
Oh wait, it's not.
yeah. I'm like, that's not. It's Paul Thomas Anderson, right?
Yeah.
That
Sorry.
because I'm like
The guy from Gun.
Boogie Nights, Magnolia,
Oh, wait, the gun.
and Master. That one
The
with
Master, yeah,
the
was
Master.
the cult leader.
Yeah, are the only ones that I know of from him. He's a really good filmmaker. I really like Boogie Nights and Magnolia.
I think it's just because of how
I
like,
haven't seen The Master all the way
like-
through.
ultra gay fucking Pee Wee is in Studio 54.
No,
Yeah.
that was in Studio 54. That was in
Blow.
Blow.
Who was
Yeah.
in Studio 54?
You're
then?
thinking about.
You're thinking of Mike Myers.
Okay, yeah.
Myers.
And he is
I want
super
some-
gay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not a faggot.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
yeah.
gay, but I want to really suck cock right now.
And then he's
like,
like, I'm gonna
Jesus.
leave. And then he's like, I'm gonna fire you.
Isn't that why what's his name quit? Robot Chicken dude. Not Seth Green, but other guy.
Wait.
He was another dude that worked at Area 51. He was married to Selma Hayek in the movie.
Studio 54?
Or
Area 51?
Studio 54. Okay.
Breckenmeyer.
And
You talking about
Black-eyed
Breckenmeyer?
Tom Cheadle.
Yes, Breckenmeyer. There
It
we
was
go.
Don Cheadle that was his wife.
No,
That
you're
was
thinking
John
of fucking
Cheadle
Boogie
that was his
Nights
wife.
again.
Oh.
Don Cheadle is in Boogie Nights, and he's married to... I can't fucking remember.
The Latina chick.
No, Selma Hayek is
Oh,
not
the
in
black
Boogie
girl.
Nights. No, it's not a fucking black girl either. It's like a white chick with the blonde hair.
That's right. And he wants to be a cowboy.
I
And
think
he wants to
it's-
sell hi-fi stereo.
I want to say that his wife in that is fucking Bill's brother's wife, Wanda, from Big Love.
Never seen it.
Big Love's awesome. You should watch Big Love. Like, I didn't think that until I started watching it, and
I
it's
made
a
him
fucking...
watch it.
It's a good show, though. It's
What-
really good.
HBO?
Yeah.
Yes, it was HBO.
Okay.
And
has,
it goes from
6
like...
seasons.
Yeah, but it goes from like 10 to 12 episode seasons for the first half, like the
Yeah.
first 3 seasons, and then the last one's only had like 5 episodes in each one.
My advice to you guys is to watch the first season of Shameless and just see how stupid it is.
I
I tried to
actually
watch
watched
the-
the first episode of the British one,
Yeah,
I didn't
and
watch
I
the American
couldn't
one.
get into it.
Watch the American one. It's probably different. At first when I watched the American one, I was like, "There's no way this will keep going. This is the most retarded, ridiculous show I've ever seen." And then,
Fucking
and then the
Weeds
second
got, like,
season
8
came, and I was like, the
seasons,
second
though.
season they actually improved, like their writing, but it's still like, what kind of shit Frank's getting into this time? And it's always like that.
I have the feeling that it's actually very closely tied plot-wise to the British one, but it's just better production value.
Yeah.
At least at first, it's like it seems identical. Like drunk ass father, and they're like the shit he puts his kids through.
Yeah.
Just watch it. It's funny and stupid.
Anyways, American Crime.
Lots of stuff
I
happening.
think shit's getting ready to
I'm really
bust
afraid for
loose.
Taylor. Really
Yeah.
afraid.
He's
Run, boy,
either
run.
dead or in the hospital.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get. Maybe he'll get stopped by the coach. Maybe the coach is there at work still, at the school.
Maybe.
Wait, what? Oh,
Because they were going
Because
to
you
the
know
school.
sometimes teachers don't leave school until like 8
Yeah.
p.m.
nah. He's definitely getting beating because
He said
Kevin.
rec
Because
center.
Kevin.
Maybe at the rec center.
Because
Oh, so
Kevin.
it's
Some
not-
some schools
I don't
have
think it's
rec
on
centers.
school campus.
Some schools have rec centers though.
Go ahead.
Fuck it, no.
Okay. Well, I think Taylor's dead.
I think Taylor's probably beaten up really good and in the hospital.
They definitely have. He has to be beaten because, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be alive because somebody's going to have to testify against Kevin. The whole reason that shit happened is to fucking add another level of fucking bullshit to the stuff that's happening to Kevin. 'Cause
It
like
just-
I said in this last episode, like, his parents are kind of freaking out about nothing right now. Like,
Yeah.
oh, his name is attached to a rape scandal, but he didn't actually rape anybody, and there are no fucking legal charges being brought up
All they have
against
to do
him.
is
But
find
he
his
wants
DNA
revenge.
But they aren't going to find his DNA.
on a corpse that he beat up.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying is, like, now
try
that's
it out.
why that's why this was added to the show.
And then it'll bring
Is
the
because
case.
there has to be actually something that they have on
Yeah, no, but
Kevin.
that's the reason why he doesn't have to be alive though. Like if they find his DNA on a dead body, that previously that kid was suing him because he got raped at the party.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And
sure.
that's Kevin's car, right? They might find blood because they might put him in the trunk. They might put him in.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but I think this is also going to be a turning point where Taylor starts working with his mom to fucking get these assholes as opposed to against her all the time.
Oh yeah, he'll switch, or he'll start to actually.
Well,
want
he'll realize that
justice.
like the only way he's going to be able to preserve himself is by fucking getting this over and done with. And the only way you get this over and done with isn't by ignoring it, it's by seeing it through to the end.
Yeah, I hate the Felicity Huffman's character. I still
She
do.
represents way too many real life assholes, I think.
Like-
which it's supposed to.
When she brought the gay journalist
Reporter
in,
guy, yeah.
and then he was like trying to make Eric into like a hero, and she was all happy about it. Like, isn't this great? You're gonna be a spokesperson for not raping people when you rape them. And then
Being a gay athlete.
Yeah, in
openly
my
gay
brain I'm
athlete.
thinking like, this is like the wrong kid to get that fucking talk. Like, it should be the kid that got raped and like has to survive with it.
She's just trying to make the school look good.
Yeah, all she
Anyway.
cares about is like, oh, I got you in the room with this reporter, and if he writes something about you, it's gonna make our school look better.
It just reminds me of the Kris Jenner thing.
Well, she was talking
Like,
about
this
it.
person that doesn't want to be representative of something has to represent something.
She was
That's
else.
gonna come out the second the like Taylor is in the hospital or whatever. What he said, I'm gay, but I'm not a faggot. Like,
We'll see. Like she was saying though that it was all just for spin. Like that's all her.
Oh yeah, but it didn't.
She said changing the perception of the crime or whatever.
That's the last scene that she did before she said, "Let's do the settlement," right?
It was either the last scene before that or like literally the same scene. I can't remember.
Yeah, she was like leaving, and she was like, "All right, fine, let's fucking talk about a settlement." That's that. Taylor,
Yeah.
we'll find out what happens. What day is it on? Mondays or Sundays?
I don't even know what
I
actual
think
day
it's on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good for people that listen to this.
You
Yeah.
just fucking download everything.
Yeah,
Like after the fact.
I watch it. We actually watch it before we do the podcast, so we're fresh with it. So I don't even know what day it's on.
Pretty much.
I watch X-Files the day it comes out. I watch Venture Brothers the day it comes out.
It's because we're fucking living in the future.
Yeah.
That's what.
Way of the future.
That is the way it's going to be in the future, though. I don't think anything's going to be live broadcast, like
On Demand would be awesome if it was everything.
unless it's fucking like something that's currently happening, like a sporting event or like those political fucking conferences or
Yeah.
whatever.
South Park.
You mean like
No, I don't even think South Park will. I think like South Park and all TV shows, like other than like I said, like sporting events or political things or like current events, like or
News.
like something exploding. Like I think all shows will be like Netflix,
Well, but South
or they'll
Park
make
is,
it and
a
then
lot
they'll
is
fucking
based
just
off
put a
of-
season up. Yeah, maybe South Park.
and they make their
just because
episodes
of the nature
each
of the
week.
beast. Yeah,
they
that
put
is,
it on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
South Park's definitely an odd man out though.
Yeah.
Like that. Usually most seasons are done before they even fucking start up the first episode.
Yeah.
But I respect South Park for that.
South Park
They put a
puts
lot of crazy work into
Their
that
stuff
shit.
online is free, right?
They'll let you watch like the most recent episode for free, and then the rest of it's like locked off.
It's the same way Adult Swim works.
Yeah.
Where
Adult
it's-
Swim changed. Like they want you to put in your email.
Facebook.
Well, that-
you basically have to
Comcast.
sign up. Yeah.
That's for everything, but
There's
wait,
a few.
really?
There's
Yeah.
a few free things
Because
on
there's
their
free
website.
stuff still. There's like
Yeah,
like
they
a
brought
rotation.
it. They brought it back, but it used to be
everything.
everything.
Yeah, I
for a
remember.
while. And I was
They
like,
did
"That's
bring that.
dumb."
They did bring that back too, for like a little bit. Like a.
They have
I
a
wanna
premium
s-
section now.
It was about a year ago.
Yeah,
though,
you have
where
to sign up to get anything more than like 5 or 10 episodes of anything.
Yeah, that sucks.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Like when it was up, even like I remember just being all like, "Man, there's so much shit here," but when I have the ability to watch it, I don't really want to watch it.
Yeah, when I worked in radio for overnights from midnight to 6 a.m., I would watch it, and it was all free, everything at the time.
It is weird too, the condition like of the human mind, at least with TV, where maybe it's just the way I grew up, but like I feel more disposition to watch certain shows when they're just randomly fucking on, as opposed to when I have the capability to watch them whenever I want.
Yeah,
Like it's just like a weird like thing where it's like, oh, I don't have to put any fucking effort into that. I could just fucking turn it on and it's going. Like I'll watch it. Whereas I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it otherwise.
right.
But American Crime,
People
Yeah,
be dying,
I-
getting beat.
I hope that fucking the high school thing gets resolved in the principal's favor, but I don't see that happening. I see him totally getting taken down as a martyr. And
Yeah.
that'll piss me off, because he didn't do anything wrong.
He's just getting in trouble because it's his color and they're the same. The guy that got beat was the same color as him, which is kind of bullshit.
He's getting in trouble because of fucking racist Latino people.
I'm hoping that he'll bring in that other principal lady, and she'll just be like, "I would have done it too."
I want to see what the actual Latino community thinks about this series, because they're representing Latinos pretty unfairly.
Kinda.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I do and I don't. Like, I
Most of them are like, "What are you doing to our culture?"
I think that there's an example in each culture of them being stupid like this, though. You know what I mean? So it's like even in real life, every culture has actually acted like this. So why take offense to it? But you're probably right. They probably do still fucking take offense to it.
Yeah. I'm sure they do.
But yeah, white people act dumb like that too, especially when it comes to fucking Jesus Christ. And black people also. And I'm sure in Asian countries they act stupid about shit too. Yep, people be dumb. But yeah, the American Crime, and I think we're fucking done with talking about everything.
Yeah, X-Files is gonna be over with in 2 weeks.
Sad, but I'm glad it's back, and I'm glad it hasn't gone down in quality. Venture Bros back.
Venture Bros is
How many
back.
episodes do we have of that?
I think you get like 10.
Cool.
And we have 10 episodes
It's Always
of It's
Sunny.
Always Sunny this season.
It's gonna take us right up into, like, right before